radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony, are about to make their return to the airwaves.
Opie and Anthony were pulled from the airwaves 2 years ago after a sex stunt at St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Opie and Anthony are back, so why won't the FCC be able to touch them this time?
The duo has signed with XM Satellite Radio.
Their contract with Infinity expired back in May, but the no-compete portion is up until October.
No arrests have been made. Police are still investigating.
The blonde one, some so-called radio shock jocks.
Our society needs borders, needs parameters.
You dick!
They get their jollies by saying, let's keep pushing the envelope.
They were doing what they were paid to do. Shock.
Even when there are bucks to be made, there's a price to be paid in terms of the cultural degradations that we do not want to be associated with anymore.
Are you adequately prepared to rock?
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Very good, yeah! Very good, yeah! Very good, yeah!
Good morning and welcome to the Opie and Anthony program. This is XM Satellite Radio.
Hello, is anyone listening out there today?
It's like a national holiday and your pals are working again. Everyone else in radio has the day off. We're on the air. But see, we still have passion for what we do, so we have to be here. We want to be here. We want to entertain you guys. That's right. That, and we feel a little guilty because we're barely working this week. Yeah, we do 2 full shows, one today, one tomorrow. Wednesday, we take the day off to fly to Vegas so we could do 2 two-hour shows in Vegas.
Yeah, 2 hours a day for 2 days. And that pretty much shoots it to shit. Done skate. And then, when do we come back?
Now I guess we're coming back Saturday or Sunday.
I mean for the air. We're back on Monday.
Oh, yeah.
And that'll be a full week.
Yeah, we'll finally get back into a rhythm.
Then.
We're coming back that Monday because the war begins.
Oh, well.
And they want us in our seats for when the war begins.
Right.
Because we were supposed to take that Monday off.
We shouldn't be one of those federal agents or federal agencies that get into trouble for being like on some beach drinking pina coladas when an earthquake happens or something.
Right.
It's always like a problem like that. And he was at the movies when this disaster happened. A cop was laying in the hospital shot, and he's shopping and things like that. It's like, we should be here at the mics.
That's right.
Condoleezza Rice when she was shoe shopping when Katrina was happening.
Oh, they're just the worst. And even George W. was doing something. He was on vacation at his ranch or some shit.
Who knows?
And he didn't go back to Washington for a couple of days. Like, that always just looks bad. When there's a situation, you got to be at your post, goddammit.
Hey, I want to start the show by saying that I'm a little depressed this morning.
A little depressed?
A little depressed because I watched The Notebook last night.
The Notebook. Now, this sounds like a depressing movie. A movie I probably wouldn't watch. One of those movies I call the movies I will never see. When you see the trailer for me and go, you know something? I will never, ever see that.
You know when we have this discussion every once in a while, like, what was the last chick flick you saw?
Yeah.
Man, for the longest time, my answer was The Bridges of Madison County. But, you know, when you say The Bridges of Madison County, it's obvious that I haven't seen a chick flick in many, many years. Well, now I got to update my answer to The Notebook.
Wow.
Instead of seeing The Notebook, you should open one and write, I'm a fag on the first page.
Over and over again, like in The Shining.
I'm a faggot.
I'm a fag and I like chick flicks. I'm a fag and I like chick flicks. That'll be in a promo. Jesus. Opie, I'm a fag and I like chick flicks. I get it. I get it, Steve.
I'm Jim Norton and I write fag in a notebook.
See, we're playing. Look, Steve's all happy.
Ooh.
Opie, I'm a fag and I like chick flicks. I'll give you a couple different reads. There you go. That'll be in the next fucking promo. And then it'll be a joke about Eric's breath. We get it. Let's run that into the ground. Poor kid. Oh. They're laughing.
Poor kid. Poor people around him.
That stupid notebook. You realize that your young, vile and happy relationship is gonna
vile,
not vile,
volatile.
It could
volatile.
be vile.
No,
vibrant.
Vibrant is a good word. Vile, Jesus, holy crap! Maybe I need to go back. To
the other V word that means good and energetic.
Vivacious.
Vivacious. You just realize that your young, fun relationship's going to end in a nursing home somewhere with you drooling on yourself as your loved one says goodbye.
Oh,
Jesus.
Tick tock, tick tock.
Absolutely.
Really depressing?
No one escapes that fucking time thing.
No happy ending there?
Oh, the happy ending is they get to die together. That's
not happy. That sucks.
Wait a minute. Now, did you get sad?
Yeah, I actually did. Because I was a little worn out from... I was telling Lindsay, actually, I'm like, maybe last night wasn't a good night to watch one of these movies. Because you're kind of worn out from the weekend. And we went down to Philly to see Jim Norton play the Tower Theater. And Jim's show was unfucking
I heard there was, like, no one there and you bombed.
Yeah, right.
It was awful.
He
goes,
It was practically sold out, and it's a huge theater.
It was huge.
Colin Quinn killed. Rich Voss killed. Jim Norton killed.
Colin have his zipper up this time? Old doddering fool.
And so, you're tired from New Year's. You come back to New York. Not many hours sleep there on Saturday night, and it's movie night.
Yeah.
So, she wanted to see that, so we saw that. It's fine. And I'm like, man, this was just the wrong choice. We should have seen a nice happy comedy.
Happy comedy, maybe that Jim Carrey movie.
Yeah, because your body's a little too tired to take on such a heavy subject. Because the movie opens with this older lady. She's not even that old, but she's suffering from dementia. And James Garner there is reading a love story to her, and you think it's a book.
James Garner?
I think it was James. Yeah, James Garner.
No, I'm not sure. I don't even. I know nothing about the movie.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to get the picture here.
So,
old James Garner.
Ozzy actually saw that and talked about the Notebook. Has said.
Oh, read it?
Yeah.
Oh, really? It is brutal. And then he's reading the book to this oldish lady that's suffering from dementia. Right? A really nice love story. And then they go back in time when they're young kids at the carnival and doing the Ferris wheel and all that shit. And then you realize, like, oh no, this is them, and they don't know each other anymore. And he's so in love that he's just hoping that the old Allie comes back to say hi.
Oh boy!
And there's Allie going, "What happens next in this book?"
Doesn't have a clue who
what
he is.
happens?
They shared this entire life together. Not a fucking clue.
Oh, that's wonderful. Why bother? Why bother going to the carnival when you're young? They're not going to remember in the end.
What happens next? The older gentleman knocks the teeth out of the pants-shitting burden.
He picks up a pillow and covers your face.
Exactly, then throws a sink through the window and leaves.
Movie about being young and being in love and...
Virile. That was the word somebody
It was virile. Thank you, sir.
That's Nick Warman.
I knew I was close. I was just missing an R.
You said vile, and I said volatile, which was just as bad.
Yeah. I missed an R and I. Whatever. I was close enough.
He's beating her, and you are blowing her up. According to the word, volatile. You've got to stick a dynamite under her pillow, and Opie's just punching her in the face.
So then, it's about being young and being in love, and you think this is just a friend of this lady at the nursing home, and she's all excited, like, well, I got to take a nap, but you tell me what happens next in that story.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And then you realize, like, 15 minutes in, you're like, oh, no, that's Allie. She's now old. I can't take care of herself.
Were they, flashing back to them fucking in a car that went, Auga!
Pretty much.
Auga!
Pretty fucking much.
The good old days.
Pretty much.
Starting up the car.
He and his friends beating a Negro for looking at her.
And then, like, halfway through the movie, like, they're outside, and he's still reading about their life.
Yeah.
Because she kept a lot of notes.
Of course.
And all of a sudden, like, her family comes to visit, like her actual kids and grandkids.
Yeah.
And James Garner's character introduces these people as his family.
Uh-huh.
Because she thinks this is just a nice guy. She doesn't realize that this is her old lover. Although every once in a while she gets a glimpse of her.
Is there moments of little clarity?
A little clarity.
Oh, boy.
And the doctor's like, that's impossible with dementia. All right, we get it.
Oh, a happy part.
But James Garner goes, well, you know, medicine could only go so far, and then God has to take over. Then God has to take over. And sure enough, at the end of the movie, she recognizes.
She did? Right before she dropped dead?
And they decide that they could possibly die together.
Why?
Wonderful.
What was wrong with him?
Heart problems. He had another heart attack.
And what did she have?
Dementia.
Dementia? That shit kills you or just kind of...
I don't know. Maybe she died.
Or maybe she had the big casino.
Maybe she died of a broken heart.
Oh, that's how I want to think of it.
Maybe she also died of a weak heart.
That's how I want to think of it.
But now she's being introduced to these people that are her kids and her grandkids.
Yeah.
And then, like, she goes up to take a nap, and they're all like, they're just brutal. Like, Dad, she doesn't recognize us anymore. Why are you wasting your time?
Oh, the sensible family.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. And he's like, my place is here with your mother. My place is here with your mother.
How'd she finally recognize him? He pulled his cock out and she recognized the hook.
Oh.
It goes to the left a little. She went, wait a minute.
You know that?
Say.
Used to hit my G-spot when you said 23 skidoo.
She recognizes him, so and when she comes back, she goes, how much time do we have this time? And he's like, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 minutes. And so they start slow dancing to I'll Be Seeing You.
Oh, Christ on a pony. What are you doing sitting there?
I was having teary-eye check all night.
Oh.
You ever do teary-eye check? It's the funniest fucking
What, you
thing.
look around?
If you're ever in a situation where you're watching a movie with others that could get a little emotional, you just quickly like turn to the other person and go, teary-eye check.
Oh, no. Can't do that.
If it's you? And then if you catch him crying, you just openly laugh at him.
Oh, my God, that's horrid.
So all of a sudden they're dancing to I'll be seeing you in all. And all of a sudden, like, she fades away again, and now she thinks this fucking strange man is, like, basically molesting her and starts screaming for the nurses.
Holy shit. All right, now it gets funny.
It's like, goes from a special moment, the candles are lit, they had a nice little dinner together, and they're slow dancing, until all of a sudden she fades away, and like, what are you doing in my room? What are you doing? Let go of me. Starts screaming.
Oh, she loses it. Good.
I'm
the
laughing.
Funny part.
We should actually get some audio of the Notebook so we can mock it.
It's perfect for later. After he leaves, they all think she's just crazy. The orderly comes in and brutally rapes her. Like, that's just her being nutty.
She's going to forget it. He raped me. Yeah, sure I did.
No, he did.
Sure, again. Oh, this poor guy.
Here's Rich in Detroit. Rich.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, Rich.
Happy birthday, little Jimmy.
Happy New Year.
My wife and I went to see that at the theater when it was out. I had taken her thinking I was being a nice guy. Didn't realize what that thing was about. She read the book for that thing. I cannot believe people will read for entertainment purposes something as depressing as that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she read the book?
Yes. It just, I can't imagine. It was awful, awful movie. Horribly depressing. No entertainment at all.
It was quite interesting.
Depressing.
And speaking of depressing, Dick Clark on New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
I think the right side of his body brought in the New Year about 15 seconds late.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that.
Things. I want to talk about a quick emotional moment. I was watching Band of Brothers, which always gets to me at the end.
I almost was going to watch Band of Brothers
Band of
because
Brothers Marathon on History Channel.
I saw that. I was like, I don't want to be sad. And then it turns out we're sad anyway because of the fucking Notebook thing.
Dude, well, you know something? For the most part, the series is great. Not for the most part. The series is great. It's a great series. It was on History Channel, so it had some commercials, and they were cutting out, like, the F word and stuff. It was ridiculous. We have it on DVD. The best thing to do if you're into it, World War II or stuff like that. It's a really great docudrama kind of thing on World War II. Very well acted. The sets are fucking, locations and the equipment. It's fantastic. At the end, the very last episode, when they're all going home. The war's over. They go home. And they do a little retrospective on what happened to each and every soldier. It's like, and he opened up a business in Illinois, and there were he was so well loved that 1,600 people showed up at his funeral, and this guy went on, and they were war heroes. These guys, and they go on to work at a textiles mill after the war in some small town, USA. And then they show that like this old guy, and they put the name of the soldier. They didn't show. During the show, who the old guys were, because they would chime in during certain episodes at the end.
Yeah.
And then the last episode, they put the names of the actual soldiers you've been watching during the series as young guys, like you said, young fucking war heroes running down these trenches, shooting Nazis. Yeah. And there's like, and my grandson, and this is the one who goes, my grandson asked me, Grandpa, were you a hero in the war? And I said, no, but I served in the company of them. And it was like, God damn it, no.
You got to do the rapid blink.
Oh, that's what it was, too. That old wrinkled chin starts shaking. And this guy absolutely, based on the show and the book and everything, was a motherfucking hero, you know? And he's like, no, I wasn't.
I don't want to take credit for it.
But I served in the company of them.
The sad part is if it was any of us, we'd be like, absolutely.
Took out 20 tanks myself.
Let me tell you why I'm such a hero.
Well,
you got a few hours to kill?
I was a brave boy among cowards.
Right.
And they said, take out those 88s, and I ran up all by myself.
And that's not common for Anthony. Normally you get choked up watching Mythbusters. Mythbusters.
I watch Mythbusters.
They pop tires? It's Mythbusters.
I just call the automobile club. They'll fix it. I'm on my way.
But you know how it is when you blink real quick so you don't cry? That little like, shit, there's people here.
Yeah.
Little fluttering eyes.
The worst is when you're just trying to breathe, and one of these comes out, you go like... You go like... That's, sad.
Yeah.
Poor old fuck. Yeah.
I gotta watch that Band of Brothers.
Was it an actor or the real guy? It was the real guy.
It was the real guy.
Okay.
A lot of these guys lived into like the mid to late 90s.
Okay.
And one of them, the guy that was actually narrating, he's still alive, or at least was when the series came out. But it's such a great show. It shows it's not just fucking, action-packed World War II shoot 'em up thing like that. It shows a whole company of these guys just like what they had to go through together, and I think it really gives a pretty accurate depiction of what a band of brothers like that are in wartime.
So you don't know that at the end of the series they're going to show a couple of the real guys?
Yeah, okay. Well, during the series, every third or episode or so, and I think there were 11 total, maybe 10 or 11 episodes total, every third they would show one of these old guys talking about what the episode you were going to see, kind of, vaguely, not giving anything away. But you had no idea who he was. So then you'd watch the show and see, the certain characters, and you build up, they build up the character, and you build up an affection for this one and that one, and personalities. And then at the very end, that's when they flash the names of who they actually are at the end. So you're like, holy shit, that's the guy that fucking, ran through these trenches shooting Nazis point blank as he's just running through trenches with these guys at these big 88 guns. And he was that guy. And he's just some grandpa that, it makes you, at least for one day, a little nicer driving when there's old people, because you're just like, who am I to fucking beat with this guy when I don't know if he was fucking out there, shrapnel in his fucking leg, still shooting like a motherfucker, and I'm there behind him. I can't get to my job.
Yeah.
My bagel's waiting for me,
I felt bad yesterday, and I rarely feel bad, but...
Ever.
I was coming back from Philly, and I got back into Manhattan. And in New York where people don't even pay attention to the don't walk crap.
Yeah.
So I'm going across an intersection, and there was a young couple. It was like a double. I had to get through a couple roads. And the first part, there was a young couple and another guy just walking, so I'm beeping like a mother, like, you know, it's a green light, why are you walking, right?
Yeah.
And then I go a little further, and there's an old guy walking across, and I do the same thing, thinking he's just another New Yorker that just, you know, doesn't give a shit. It's all about me, 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 me,
Yeah.
me. So I just lay on the horn. He jumps.
Oh, no.
And is scared shitless. I almost gave the guy a heart attack.
Oh, no.
I felt so fucking bad because I realized he had no clue. He wasn't being an ass. You know,
Did you give him a sorry?
He maybe had a little dementia.
Maybe some dementia.
Maybe some dementia was kicking in, and
why is this man beeping in the library?
he jumped up. He was scared to death, and then he looked at me, almost like thanking me, and I'm like, oh, I'm such an ass, because I could have easily just gave him a little toot-toot instead of the old, get the fuck out of my way, you know?
I kind of try to give the old folks the benefit of the doubt.
old toot-toot?
Unless it's some old cuntly woman in a store. I will and in Great Neck, it happens all the time. You'll be at a store, whether I don't know, a pharmacy or a grocery store, and I get behind her all the time. Wants the exact change. Wonders why this coupon that gives her fucking 8 cents off isn't good anymore. And you sit there, and you want to take a handful of change and throw it at her face and go, yeah, that covers the coupon. Get the fuck out of my way.
Right.
But, you know, the older guys and stuff, I don't know what he's been through. Son of a bitch.
I felt bad. He could have been a war hero there.
You don't know.
Just living his final years in Manhattan.
That toot all of a sudden brought him back. It was an air raid siren.
I felt like
fucking put through his head.
I really felt like such an ass. I felt like such a jerk.
Well,
I didn't know, though, because, you know, you just get caught up in doing what you got to do, and I just thought it was just one of these typical Manhattan assholes.
All a little self-important.
Bruce in Louisiana. What's up, Bruce?
Louisiana.
Yeah, happy birthday, sweetie.
Hey.
I was it's funny you were talking about this shit because I was watching Ray for the first time last night after fucking everybody dogged me for not watching it. And the whole fucking movie, I'm like, yeah, whatever, okay. And then at the fucking end, when he's having that fucking mama dream, I'm doing the same damn thing, fucking blinking my eyes and trying not to fucking choke up. Trying to be a fucking hard ass through the whole goddamn movie and then start doing that shit, man.
Good luck, though. Hollywood knows how to get you. They like, okay, this is a really sad scene. Now, what song can we play here with the sad scene?
The song, they'll play a song, they'll do something visually, maybe they'll slow things down a little bit, make things a little more wispy.
Or the light gets bright, very bright, like the light of heaven or whatever.
God, they just know exactly how to pull the old
heartstrings. What the hell are you doing to these people?
I think I cried watching Ray. I think Ray made me cry at the end.
Did it?
Yeah, I think so.
When the little brother walked out of the fucking house, man, that did it for me.
Yeah. Awful. We got to get some scenes from The Notebook because it was just because now that we're doing the radio show, now I can have some fun with it. But last night when I'm a little tired from the traveling and the New Year's and seeing Jimmy and all that, and it was just not the right night to see a dumb movie like that. But now,
all right, guys, punching out.
See ya.
Hi, man.
Now with a couple hours sleep under our belts, I think we can have fun with that. I'll be seeing you in awe. What are you doing in my room? Allie, it's Noah. It's Noah. Allie, it's me. Nurse!
Then you immediately go from feeling bad for her just to wanting to strangle her. That would just annoy me. Get up.
Jesus.
I'm tough with the old people. I don't bother young.
Yeah.
If I see an old person on the road, I'll actually just get out and mush their face out of the street.
Get out of here.
Out of the way, Burden. Tough guy coming through.
Burden.
Let's go to New Jersey. I don't know your name, sir.
This is Mike.
Hey, Mike. What's up?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, Ed, you're absolutely right about Band of Brothers at the very end with the with Winters doing that thing. But after you watch the movie, if you watch the special features, with all the old guys doing just the story on their own, it's even harder. I did that last night. It just blew me away.
Isn't it just the most depressing, like, hard to watch? Like, old guys, you're just thinking it's how many fucking years ago, and these guys still ain't over this shit, and just never will get over it. Mm-hmm. They got this bond with each other that just, like, no one else, unless you're in that situation, can possibly understand. And, you know, they think back at their buddies and how they bought it, and they get all choked up, old tough guys, and they're, you know, reduced to just these blubbering old guys. It's hard to watch.
All right. Let's Let's move on, I guess.
No.
I know we're all gonna be teary-eyed soon.
Look at us.
Blink, 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 blink,
blink, blink. Open them wide. Get as much air as possible.
That's exactly what you do.
Before we move on, we gotta say hi to everyone that went to Jimmy's show in Philly. Holy shit!
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Philly. Fantastic. Philly just
Jimmy said something on the stage, and it's got to be said on the radio too. Philly, outside New York, is the greatest city as far as this show goes.
Backhanded compliment.
Well, you said, New York's also a bigger city. And it's an original city.
I mean, it's our original city, but as far as like
our first syndicated city ever was Philly.
But I'm just saying, when we get outside the nucleus, which is New York City, Philly is by far the best city, right?
Unbelievable, man.
And you said it from the stage, and this guy from Boston who was telling me all night long he didn't want to be that guy, but was that guy. I got to tell you, dude, because he's a hardcore fan of the show. He goes, look, I don't want to be that guy, but
I'm going to be that guy.
And then he proceeded to say that about another 10 times throughout the night. I don't want to be that guy, but. And I want to say, dude, you're being that guy. Just don't be that guy.
You are that guy.
You are that guy. You are the guy that's just going to bother me all night long. There's 2,000 people there that want to say hi, get pictures, autographs, buy Jimmy's merchandise and stuff. But I had to spend probably 90% of the time with you, and you didn't want to be that guy.
I don't want to be that guy.
I didn't have time for anybody else because he was just in my ear the entire time I was at the Tower Theater.
Stupid time monopolizer.
But when you said that Philly was such a great audience and just unbelievable, he turned around and goes, really? Even better than Boston? I got to tell you, yeah, even better than Boston.
And Boston's unbelievable. I mean, there's some really great cities. Boston's in the top, I'd even say the top 3 even. I mean, they really are amazing. But Philadelphia, look, they're just hardcore, man. They're just hardcore.
Philly.
And they were a great crowd. They weren't yelling or cool. We thought like, wow, the Tower, because Philly's so rowdy, man. They're just they're fucking
they're
kooks.
animals.
But they were great, man. Really, thank you guys all for coming out. It was just so good to be back in Philadelphia.
There's some real pricks out there. Quickly, no, I wasn't all choked up because the Nazis lost. Bunch of assholes.
And Jimmy's got a new Monster Rain T-shirt that's hilarious.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I think that's
I want
like
one.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, it was. It sold very well, and actually, Ope's brother designed it, and it was a design. Actually, I think Lindsay suggested the eyes. Was the first, and your brother kind of ran with it. So yeah, they are now available, and if Paul can get them up on the website, they'll be sold.
You've got to get it up on the website. That thing will sell out. That's a great T-shirt. But anyway, really fast. Matt Lauer makes bad joke. Lots of fake laughter.
Uh-oh.
We like when the TV guys get all wacky.
When they try to go off teleprompter and oops.
Yeah, Danny picked this up this morning. Listen to this.
And a strange play of a different kind for Carolina Panthers quarterback Jake Delhomme. His pants ripped after he was sacked in a game against Atlanta. Delhomme, whose pants had to be taped up, said at least the mishap will put him in football history forever. It is now 7:08. Let's turn back to Katie, Matt, and Janice. Thank goodness for Gaffer State.
Went from being a quarterback to a defensive end there in a big hurry.
That was funny. I missed you.
Welcome back. You've been away too long. I got a million of those. I got a million of them.
It's an awful joke.
No, Matt, you don't even have one.
Wow.
I got a million of them.
Not only is it an awful joke, but he really thinks it's this great moment, and he's
thought it was great.
He was so proud of himself.
Defensive end. Why would it be a defensive end?
Exactly. Were other men trying to put their penises in when he was fending them off?
I could see that being a funny joke now. But no, he had like 2 holes in his pants, and his ass was showing through.
Right.
And they taped it up.
Right.
That really doesn't make sense, a defensive end.
Matt, if he was a bad defensive end, would that mean he would now be a wide receiver?
Do you have 999,999 more?
Let's make a joke book.
That's, by the way, the truest sign of an ass is, I got a million of them.
Oh.
No, you don't.
No. that means you were surprised like everyone else that you got a laugh out of that crap.
And anytime someone 3 seconds after a laugh goes, "That's funny," it wasn't.
That's funny.
It
No.
wasn't.
It wasn't.
Stop
When
it.
they stop the laugh to compliment you, it's a segue away from your laugh.
Let's go to Greg in New Mexico. Greg?
Oh.
Hey, Anthony, you ever see Ladder 49?
Nope, I've not seen it yet.
Well, there's a part where I'm just like you. I'm a pretty tough guy, and the part there just choked me up bad where she said that her biggest fear was that red car coming when you get killed. Well, he gets burned alive in this building, and all of a sudden the kids are watching TV, and she's walking by the window. She looks out the window, and all of a sudden the red car pulls up, and she starts breaking down crying. That just freaking ruined me, man.
Oh, that got you?
Right.
Oh, man.
Faggot.
That got me big time.
All right. Let's go to Philly.
Pussy.
Matt, what's up?
Morning, boys.
Hey. Matt.
Hey, I just want to first start off by saying, Jimmy, I was at the show Saturday. Thank you. That was unbelievable.
Oh, thanks for coming, man. Thank you.
I just have one question. When did Voss get so funny? Has he been taking lessons from
No, see, this
People have a misconception about Voss.
Yeah, and we really have to say it again. We fuck with Voss so bad on this radio show. He bombs on this show. He gets nervous at times. He does do good radio for us in general. But
Yeah,
I'm telling you, you can't compare the two. The guy knows what he's doing on a stage. He was unbelievable Saturday night.
Voss is brutal with an audience, and if it's like there's almost nobody better at handling hecklers, and people are always amazed when he does that. It's like that's what he does, been doing for 20 years. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. But that's what he does. I mean, he's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, we like to mess with him, but as far as his comedy goes on a stage, the guy is a seasoned vet.
Yeah, and an animal and a creep.
There you go.
Yeah, he was really good, I'll say.
Right.
But the reason why I called was I wanted to wish you guys Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Or as Dick Clark would say, Happy New Year.
Oh.
Sir, that's not appropriate. Sir, listen. We don't like people to make fun of stuff before we do. But at least wait until we get to this older gentleman, and then you can call in and humiliate him as well.
There you go.
But let me just say, did you guys see after the ball dropped, his wife was trying to kiss the side of his face that didn't slide into his shoe?
Oh, my God.
That's funny. He's got a million of them.
That's funny.
I actually did enjoy that one, though, and I have to pretend I didn't.
All right, listen, we're going to take a quick break. We'll get into the Dick Clark thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of people calling him courageous and all that. I don't know why he was on TV.
Yeah, that was...
we got the audio. We got his isolated parts of his rockin' New Year's Eve.
A lot of people upset that during the festive time that's supposed to be, you know, a thing of new beginnings and hopes, and you're supposed to be having a good time, that we were kind of subject to have to watch that, and constant reminder of one's own mortality and the horrors of what you go through. And
you shouldn't have to look at the TV New Year's Eve and start screaming openly. Like,
you know.
Right, exactly.
Trying to sip your champagne and have a little good time, and there's a reminder of life.
And we pointed out all the time, they're not even being honest about this on the morning TV shows today. They're all just trying to say how courageous it was and all that. It's like, no, it wasn't.
The whole time he looks like he's going... Psst.
Oh. They used him and his stroke for ratings. Simple as that. Call it what you want, but that's exactly what was going on. Everybody wanted to see Dick Clark. I couldn't remember the last New Year's Eve where I wanted to be near a TV because I'm like, you got to check out Dick Clark.
No.
He's coming back. You got to see what it's all about now. Everybody did that. As soon as we walked in here today,
of course,
every phone line wanted to talk about Dick Clark.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one. So we'll get into it in a few minutes here. We'll just take a quick break, okay?
Right.
All right. I noticed a lot of activity this morning. Anthony came in. There were webcams all over the studio.
Yeah.
Want to say hi to everyone on Pal Talk. I guess you've added a second camera, you freak.
The office cam is up and running. We have the office cam up and running. And if you go to Pal Talk, you will see our room, Opie and Anthony live. And you can check into that. And We got a studio cam, and now the office cam. Now, you know what I like about the office cam also? Let me scroll down. I'll find it.
Mm-hmm.
We can pop it up and see what's going on in our office now.
Good.
See if anyone's loafing.
That's why we really got these cameras.
That's why we got it.
We're taking notice. I want a camera in there, actually, where Derek and Travis and Danny and Nathaniel sit.
There they are. Look. There they are.
Mm-hmm.
I see Than. And I see Danny.
Yeah, but this is top secret stuff. We don't want...
Danny's waving like a buffoon.
This is top secret stuff, though. We don't want other radio shows to see our inner operation and how we make this happen.
Well, there's no sound in there. So the genius that pours out of the people that work on our staff will not be compromised. The only sound is actually from here. So occasionally on the show...
Oh, Danny's cutting up a bit right now, I see.
Is he?
Yeah.
Ooh, what's he working on?
He's editing something.
I'm going to have to get the control, because that's a remote camera in there.
Oh, really?
It can move around.
Oh, that's
so
hilarious.
we have to somehow get control of that in here, so we can move it around and stuff.
Oh, it's one of those ones. That's actually the one in the office.
Is the one you have.
Is the one I have. It's on like
now,
a stand.
I need that one for my house.
So you have because it follows your movement.
I like that.
Which is why they can't turn it on like the automatic. We should turn it on and just watch it try to follow Ben for a few seconds.
Oh, my God. It would short circuit. Like sparks would fly out of it. Sparks would be in front of it.
Oh, cut it
I got a million of them.
How many more cameras are we going to set up?
Well, there's 2 more right here.
Yeah.
And those are going to go in the studio here.
2
for
more
different
in the
angles.
studio? Mm-hmm.
Well, at least 1 in the studio, and then maybe 1 in production.
1 in there.
They should
Over
see
there.
you, Opie. They don't see you.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to set one up. The thing is, we need another computer. Perhaps that laptop that you're using from the company.
Oh, yeah.
Because let me tell you.
All right, I can bring that back in.
The computer that's running the studio cam is the laptop they gave me when I first came to XM, and they want me to use for business purposes.
Right.
I never use that thing.
They just want to track our
Why
movements.
exactly?
They want to start building their case now.
Build the case against O&A now.
We're not stupid. We know we'll fuck up eventually, and they want to build that case immediately.
No evidence.
They don't want to wait for us to fuck up.
No.
They want to build it now and say, see?
I do all of my stuff on my own computer. That's it. So this one now is being used for that. If you bring in that other laptop, we could hook it up and have another camera from, I'm thinking, either up there in the corner in front of you.
No, I think over there.
Or over on the side again, so we got 2
or maybe over
side
there.
views. No, that wouldn't be good.
I'm just pointing at stupid locations.
Yeah, we'll put it up
because
there.
I realize how bad this is for the radio.
Up to my right, up there. There's a little angle.
Over there, or like a little over there?
This way. No, not there. Above that thing. Above that thing. It could point this way.
Over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it could point and get you from here to here.
But that
from there to there.
If it's above that thing, then that's going to be blocked.
Oh, okay, don't block that.
Click, click, click. The people turning off the show. Click.
Logitech.
But, some people just getting annoyed. I was fielding some emails.
Why?
Well, the Pal Talk, the people enjoy the Pal Talk. They like getting on. They like checking out us doing the show. It's fun for them to interact with each other. It's also a chat room, so fans get together and they can chat with each other.
They could chat and jack.
And Jack. And the other extra that people are getting is the ability to listen in to the show when we go to break. So they hear what we talk about when we're not on the air. We've gotten emails and all kinds of feedback that we are sons of bitches and pricks because it is a pay service. Pal Talk, you have to subscribe to it. There is a free version, which gives you, like, very choppy video, and you have to, like, restart it every so often.
Yeah.
But people are saying, dude, I remember the Stinky Cam, and that was free. And I'm like, you asshole, that thing updated, like, once every minute on a good day and crashed every time we did anything. That fucking thing crashed. And if you want that type of frame rate, use the free version of Pal Talk. But they're still bitching, still griping. I got kicked out of a room last night. It was a Opie and Anthony fan room, and some guy, the administrator, and gives me some name of some guy that kicked him out. I go, do you actually think that we monitor every single Opie and Anthony fan room in there? Opie and Anthony Live is the only room that is sanctioned by us. The moderators in there were appointed by us. That's it, period.
Eventually we'll have to open another room, by the way, because if this one's going to keep getting full, there might be a way to use one of the cameras in this room and open another camera under another account in another room.
Oh, we have other accounts. So we'll get those.
Yeah, we're gonna have it all figured
started up, and those will be the exclusive ones. But
it amazes me that people get pissed off at us being motivated.
And one guy's like, this is just another way to squeeze a few pennies out of their listeners. And I wrote back, hey, I think I called him, you cunt, rag, dick, fuck.
Ooh,
that was his name.
That's a little rough.
Well, he was being rough.
You never want to be called
because
that.
he's accusing me of squeezing the listener for some money. Yes, it's a pay service. I'm not making a dime off of this. I'm paying money to open these accounts. I was the one that opened the accounts up. I pay fucking money to keep these accounts open. I'm not making money off of this. It's just a way some of our listeners wanted to peek in on what's going on, and we thought it would be cool.
Right.
If you can't swing $40 a year, I'm sorry, first of all. And as Judge Smails said, well, the world needs ditch diggers too, you know. What am I supposed to say? I'm not making fucking Howie money so I could get everyone a subscription. I'm sorry. It would be nice. If I make $500 million a year, I'll get all our listeners a subscription to the fucking service.
I say squeeze them for every dollar. I say every fan is a dish rag.
Jimmy Norton.
That should be squeezed, drip, drip, buck by buck.
Did Voss ever sell that last dumb DVD, by the way, Saturday night?
I don't know, but it was funny watching him try to unload his last three.
Yeah, Voss wanted to be able to call our show today. He might even be stopping in. He wanted to call our show today to say that he sold out of merchandise. He had like 40 of his DVDs he was selling after the show.
I'm surprised he got. And the beautiful thing is, and this is not the fault of the tower. This is the thing. 31% of all merchandise money has to go to the company that sells them, plus 6% tax. 37%.
Unbelievable.
Of your merchandise money goes to them.
It's called extortion.
Of course it is.
In the criminal world.
Yeah, and it's not the Tower Theater, actually, because it's owned by Clear Channel. It's actually who they farm it out to. It's It's Union. We all know what it is.
That's wonderful. Yeah. That's absolutely wonderful.
37%.
Hey, we got to remind people today, maybe we didn't even promote this. I don't know. We're doing Pat from Menaki Cribs today.
Is that today?
I did that.
Yeah, the guys are going to head out to Jersey, to Menaki. And we're going to take a look at Pat and how he lives, and we're going to get videotape, throw it up on the websites and all that.
If
a very aggressive and interactive radio show.
If he's straightened up,
you better not.
Very pissed off.
You better not.
And by the way, you should log on. It's only $5 to see Pat's video.
That's right.
Foundry is now a pay service, and
a bargain at any price.
That's right.
Why would people bitch because we're trying to make this show better?
I have no idea why they're bitching. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, come one, come all. Only $10 to see Pat from Monaki's Crib.
We could just do a stupid radio show and take as many days off as humanly possible like everyone else. Or we're going to work at this thing.
Eventually, what XM is working on, just like clearing out the office space and everything like that, and we've been hearing this for a while, is a dedicated server for streaming video of this show, which I assume will be free.
That would be free.
Yeah, it would be a perk of the show. That eventually will happen. XM does do things that they say they're going to do, so they just take a while, like, clearing this out and getting streaming video. We wanted to do it as soon as possible. The best way we found to do it is through Pal Talk.
Right.
That's all. We never made a deal with Pal Talk. We're working with them now to try to get some more accounts set up just so more people can fit in these rooms. But we're not making money off of this.
Not a lot of it, at least. I mean, I get $1 per account that signs up. I don't know what these guys... $1.
Yeah, I got a little bit of a better deal.
I bet $1.
But so it's like this is the best way, and like has been brought up, you can sign up for it at no cost.
We were sick of waiting for XM. We wanted cameras in the studio day one. Day one, we finally said, fuck you all, and Anthony took it upon himself to figure it out for now. And then it'll get bigger from this point on.
Exactly.
And the streaming will be free. You'll be able to see us. The advantage to Pal Talk is now you can look at the chicks when they flash their tits. That's
another thing. It's not like you're just getting the show. I've seen plenty of people at night jacking off. What do you do with that jack off? It's there's other things to do on there. People get together at all hours. There are, which I'm very proud of.
Yeah.
There are Opie and Anthony rooms at all hours, and it's always the #1 room in the adult conversation category. There's different categories.
Yes.
There's safe ones, religious rooms you go into, but then there's this adult conversation category, and you go in there, and at the top of the list is always a few Opie and Anthony fan sites that are just free, all filled up. Thursday, I think it was Thursday night, there was a pest karaoke room, an O&A pest karaoke room, and they were all singing karaoke songs. It was hysterical, just some of the worst singing I've ever heard in my life, but really funny. And Dugout Doug was hosting the event like a real hack radio guy, singing a few songs of himself, wearing a Darth Vader mask that sang in a Darth Vader tone. So people are getting drunk, seeing tits, and having fun.
Well, they should
Who's
send
that?
They
What
should
camera's
send some
that?
of that audio in.
Let me.
What?
84 Babe is completely nude.
Let me punch that one up.
She's completely nude right now.
Look at Danny. Danny's looking. Get back to work, you fuck. Holy shit on a shingle.
Is that live or is that some kind of video play?
That looks live.
Hey, see if she'll wave at us, if she's paying attention.
It's a little grainy. Might be
some kind
video.
of...
Okay, it's video. And her tits just stopped now. She stopped moving.
All right.
Oh.
Let's go to Daniel, I guess. Daniel in Arizona.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, man?
Hey, man, I just want to let you guys know, thanks for the weekend. I just got my eczema about 2-3 months ago.
Yeah.
And I really got caught up, man, on a bunch of shit. Just a blind girl fucking calling in, and
oh, cool.
I hadn't heard that. And just some other shit, man. And I guess every day is Jimmy's birthday. Happy birthday, Jimmy.
All right, here's the deal with Jimmy's birthday. New year, new bits. Please. New year, new bits. That's our mantra.
Right.
Please.
Right.
New bits for 2006.
Absolutely. And only celebrate my birthday today because it is legitimately my birthday.
Oh, my God. It is not enough with the fucking birthday.
It's January 2nd.
It is. Oh, happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thanks, Anthony, I appreciate that.
Is it really your birthday? Now I'm all fucking confused.
Of course it isn't.
It is.
Who knows anymore?
I put on a little blonde wig. I'm Baby New Year.
Happy birthday to you.
Mike from Indy.
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Hey, man.
Hey, I caught that best of this weekend, and I couldn't help but notice there was a bumper of a retarded gentleman in between the bits, and I was just wondering what kind of trouble you guys went through to get Dick Clark to do the voiceover.
Oh, boy.
Hey.
Yeah, why don't we get into the Dick Clark
boy.
thing?
Yeah, a little of the Dick Clark.
This is a little audio from Good Morning America, because everyone's commenting about Dick Clark and how courageous he was.
Very courageous.
During his rockin' New Year Eve.
New Year's Rockin' Eve.
New Year's Rockin' Eve, it's called officially.
And it's so not.
So good to have him back.
And he's come so far, learning, as he said, to walk and talk again as well. And you worked the show as well. Did you chat with Mr. Clark?
And he was lovely. He spent 10 minutes. I've never met this man before. There I was eating a cannoli. But he was just lovely, such a professional. I'd work with him any day.
The man is a broadcasting legend.
Yeah.
And, it's great to see him back again.
Wow.
That's a real limb to walk out on. I'd work with Dick Clark any day.
Wow.
Wow, easy there, chance taker.
I'd shun him like he has the plague. What are you supposed to say? I'd work with the guy.
Half a Hulk host.
You really think he's going to be doing it again next year?
No.
Of course not. It was the thing to do this year, knowing that it would get huge ratings.
Well, it is 18 past the hour, and time for our picture of the morning. And those who work in TSS, the Times Square Studios, which is really Dick Clark's home, he's the mayor of this place, are marveling at his resiliency. He was back after the stroke that sidelined him last New Year's Eve, but he was back where he belongs.
TSS. That stuttering scumbag.
Man, when I saw this New Year's Eve, I'm like, man, this is way too easy. This is like the easiest thing you can do in radio is just play the audio and goof on it.
Yeah.
But you got to think, what were they thinking?
They
they threw him back on TV for ratings. That's the only thing
that's what they did, and they left the big reveal on New Year's Eve on the show.
Right.
There weren't any pre-interviews with him. There weren't any real video or audio or photos of him, aside from that one faked one. They were saving the big reveal for the show to get everybody to tune in, and it worked. I know at midnight, I had to see Dick Clark just to see what. And the year before, when he was actually on, who could give a shit?
Yeah.
Who cared? New Year's Rockin' Eve was relevant in 1977. It's the last time it was even relevant. I don't know. Was Kansas playing that year? I have no idea. Now, it's not rockin'. It's
far
silly.
from rockin'.
It's so far from rockin'. Last time it rocked, Three Dog Night was on.
And most people that like to rock don't like to be referred to as rockin'.
You're not rockin'.
Rockin' is not cool anymore.
Where'd the G go? They don't need it. It's so rockin', the G just flew off.
You sound too Jewish when you say it with New Year's rocking eve.
It's a rocking eve.
There's no
Sit in my
rocking
favorite
going on.
rocker.
The last time I liked New Year's Rockin' Eve is when Jenny was running out with a black eye while the countdown occurred behind her. Anybody remembers that scene from Gump? 10, 9, her bad eye. Guy's passed out, shirtless. And she runs out before she fucks whole retard and gets AIDS. Lovely film.
Cute little film.
Yeah, it wasn't rockin', and it was a big publicity stunt, and a lot of controversy, whether this was somebody going on camera after a stroke and inspiring people and coming back, and or whether it was exploitation for ratings and kind of a downer on a day that's supposed to be, cheerful
and festive,
which sounds a little selfish. When I read a few posts on a message board about that, it was New York Radio message board. They're having a big argument about Dick Clark and him. Should he have been on or should he have not? And some people were calling it very courageous, and others were saying it was kind of self-serving for the show itself.
Totally.
And then those people were being called selfish because when you just want to have fun on New Year's Eve, and it was a reminder that, things like this are out there.
Right.
I don't know. As I saw it, it was depressing. It was awkward, and he was way out of place, kind of sitting there introing bands and yeah.
Did he intro bands, or he didn't just come on for a second?
No, he introed bands. He was saying, well, we're here. I can't even do an imitation of
we're going to play some of the audio. You can't call him the world's oldest teenager anymore. There's not many teenagers out there with a dead right arm.
He's now
Don't call him that.
He's now the world's youngest cadaver.
It's switched over. The world's youngest cadaver.
Anyway, even ESPN's coverage was more rockin'. Todd in Kansas City, what's up?
Hey, ESPN is the ones that are rocking New Year now. They had POD, they had New York Dolls. It was a fucking killer show, man.
That's cool.
And of course, I got to see the Dick Clark at midnight because Kansas City was an hour later, so still got to see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, when ESPN is rocking, and Dick Clark's New Year's Eve is drooping. New Year's drooping Eve.
10, -8.
I heard he was behind on the count. Like as the countdown
way behind.
went, there was
way
a big
behind.
problem with the countdown.
We were all sitting there with like champagne and stuff. And
yeah.
It's midnight. No, not yet. We gotta wait for Dick. He was like 5.
Wait for the 5. Oh.
Dude, there's a great line in instant feedback, and it kills me, and I'm pissed. I want to steal it so bad.
Steal it! It's yours! It's right there in plain English.
Feel like a. What's the line?
Just steal it.
Well, Stephen S. from Bayshore, you get all the credit today. He should have introduced the Strokes.
Oh. God. Oh.
Can you imagine? It just so happened they did book the Strokes for the, what is it called? The
New Year's Rockin' Eve. And that would have been rockin'.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
That's terrible.
That is very funny.
So here's we're
gonna hear a little Dick.
Here's the big intro to Dick Clark.
Ladies and gentlemen, back where he belongs, the one and only Mr. Dick Clark. Dick, take it away. You dick! You dick!
Hey, bud, let's party. Oh, dear Lord. Let's go to Zach in Boston. Zach, what's up?
How do you think Dick Clark felt at the stroke of midnight?
All right, here we go. Let's get back to this. I'm sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, back where he belongs, the one and only Mr. Dick Clark. Dick, take it away.
Hey, bud, what's your problem?
That one didn't work.
Well, it was kind of like somebody sitting there trying to figure out, no?
No. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, back where he belongs, the one and only Mr. Dick Clark. Dick, take it away.
Jesus.
Oh, is that horrible?
All right, let's get into the audio. There's a lot of clips here.
Ladies and gentlemen, back where he belongs, the one and only Mr. Dick Clark. Dick, take it away.
All right. Well, where are the real clips?
Well, let's go to O-Town. Bring it on, brother!
What's happening, brother? How's it going, guys?
What's up, Eric?
I was going to say, you think it might have been good if maybe Dick Clark was dancing to Clarence Carter's Stroking and basically tripped? What do you think?
Oh, man, good concept, but delivery. You're all over the place, Eric.
I just won a lot of money. Sorry, guys.
Right. What was the bet, that you would suck?
Ladies and gentlemen, back where he belongs, the one and only Mr. Dick Clark. Dick, take it away.
I think I found the Dick Clark sound clip.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, back where he belongs, the one and only Mr. Dick Clark. Dick, take it away.
Thank you, Ryan.
Oh, we blew the whole bit. Oh, no, I was going to give you a cue. That's all.
I thought you were signaling saying you had a sound clip.
Oh, no.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Oh. All right.
Oh, no, really?
All right, here we go, finally.
Ladies and gentlemen, back where he belongs, the one and only Mr. Dick Clark. Dick, take it away.
Thank you, Ryan, very much. It's really good to be back with you again this year. Last year, I had a stroke. Left me in kind of bad shape. I had to teach myself how to walk and talk all over again. It was a long, hard fight. My speech is not perfect, but I'm getting there. Now, you and I have been a part of each other's lives for so many New Year's Eves that I wouldn't have missed this for the world. My thanks to everybody who made it possible for me to be here tonight. It's going to be a great night, full of fun, full of excitement, full of color, and just the happiest time in all of my life. Thank you once again for being with us and me with you.
He forgot to say full of fun and full of funny sound bites.
Oh. Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
I know this is really easy, but
I don't think that's
dude.
I don't think it's the happiest moment of his life either.
No, I wouldn't.
I don't think.
I don't even think it's in the top 100.
I think when he was like banging fucking rock chicks.
Yeah.
Back in the 50s, perhaps. Probably a little happier than sitting there.
I do like the fact that he did it, though. Good for him. Yeah, why not? That fucking show. Who wants to see Hillary Duff and fucking Ryan Seacrest? Would you really want to see them all full of vivaciousness?
No.
In life? I'd rather watch him.
I don't want to see any of them, to tell you the truth. Now it's just a little depressing to watch.
I know, he says Happy New Year. It's January 3rd.
Here he is introing Mariah Carey.
Welcome back to New Year's Rockin' Eve. Now, get ready for a history-making event. The first live music performance in Times Square on this show in 34 years. And having Mariah Carey as a performer makes it even more exciting. There's a virtual sea of Mariah Carey fans. This has to be one of the biggest audiences ever assembled, including Woodstock. Ron, the introduction is yours.
Thank you, boss.
Thank you, boss.
Thank you, boss. You're in charge.
Thank you, boss. I'll be sitting in that seat next year.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, boss.
Who's Mariah Carey?
What a boron he sounds like. Should have stayed home, you doddering old man.
I think she's part of Bollywood. It's uncomfortable.
It certainly
really
is. It's like regarding Henry.
He's supposed to be the party master, you know?
Yes.
Master of ceremonies.
The master of ceremonies. Well, boss.
Yeah,
you're in charge. I understand you had some trouble, but you're back and you're in charge of this show.
Could he at least put his right hand up on the desk? That would look believable instead of just leaving it hidden and out of sight.
He's jacking off down there.
looking at Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey, bastard mating.
Well, we are live from Times Square, and this is the best organized party in the world. Over 6,000 police are watching over things, and our thanks to the New York Spanish for doing such a remarkable job. Over 1,000 volunteers make this happen. 500 dancers, actors, band members, puppeteers. Most people down there are from out of town. And over 1 billion people are watching around the globe. What a night. What a night. Marisol.
Oh, thank you so much, Dick, and welcome back. It is an honor and a privilege to be here with you tonight.
Yeah, they all got to give their honor, privilege.
Well, now go ahead.
He should have introed Mariah Carey accurately. Your next singer is a Balata Bangladesh.
Well,
both parties will be destroyed by my speech.
Both halves of the brain will be destroyed.
I think Todd's right on this. We had a little argument about this in the office before the show. Todd, go ahead.
Hello, Todd. Yes.
Go ahead, Todd.
It's Tony. Yeah, I don't think it was live. I think it was a recording.
Yeah, some people said that it was recorded.
Yeah,
basically meaning they went all day, take after take, and that was the best ones they could come up with.
Oh, wow, maybe.
But he apparently, though, he had Times Square behind him.
Yeah.
Were they keying him out?
Maybe they did it a few minutes early. Maybe they just did it a few minutes early to make sure he wasn't going to break down in the middle of it. And they might have done it 5 minutes early.
Right.
They could have done that.
Behind them, or done a blue screen.
Right.
Maybe they just did it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got the Today Show. They're commenting on the Dick Clark thing. This is the biggest story of the day, obviously. Let's see how they handled this this train wreck of a broadcast Saturday night. Right?
Yeah.
People were, of course, very excited and happy to see Dick Clark back at his usual post hosting.
Were we excited?
No.
Were we excited that Dick Clark was back on TV?
No, not excited. No.
We just wanted to see how bad he really was.
Right. That's what everyone tuned in for.
That's the only reason I tuned in.
How bad is he?
How bad is he? Hasn't been seen in public since the stroke.
Yep.
It was a freak show for everybody.
You weren't excited? I was. When someone told me he was going to be back, they said, you know what? I said, what? They said, sit down first. And I said, what? And they said, guess who's hosted New York Rockin' Eve?
Who's
Hokin? New York Rockin' Eve.
Who's Hokin New York Rockin' Eve?
Jesus, I should have been.
Have you had a stroke?
I really am a mumbling ass.
Even worse, the listeners have the upper hand today. They're coming up with all the lines.
Yes.
Eric in Boston. Why didn't we think of this one? Eric.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Did Dick Clark say that he had puppeteers in Times Square?
Yeah.
Why didn't they get one in the studio with him to rig his arm up to make it look like it still works? You're right, guys.
Jesus Christ. So the word you're looking for is marionette.
Marionette.
All right, here's the Today Show. We were all excited, I guess.
I'm very excited.
People were, of course, very excited and happy to see Dick Clark back at his usual post hosting a Rockin' New Year's Eve. Did you see?
I did. I watched him for a couple of minutes, and clearly a lot of people were interested to see how he was doing.
Yeah, I actually didn't see it at the time, but I watched a tape of it this morning, and we're going to have more on his return, and we'll talk about the lingering effects of his stroke in just a moment. And, Matt, I know both of us feel that that was an extraordinarily brave thing of him to do, and personally, I'm really proud of him.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, really? You're really excited? You whore, you didn't even watch him. You watched it on a tape this morning, and fucking Matt watched him for a couple of minutes.
I watched a couple of minutes. Once the curiosity freak factor was over, I'm clicking away.
Right, then I was very uncomfortable and just wanted to watch anything but.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Liar.
He was used for ratings.
Of course he was.
That's all it was about.
Mm-hmm.
I still like him for doing it, but don't say you're excited and then you didn't watch it and he was watching something else.
Honestly,
you can tell he had a...
Honestly, I think it is kind of, for him, I think he was used, but for him, I think it is kind of, it is kind of a brave thing to not want to just hide somewhere and kind of rot away.
It may have been his idea. It's Dick Clark Productions. I mean, Dick Clark's a powerful guy. He may have said, no, I want to do it this year. And they may have said, all right, I'm sure they went with it because there's ratings, but it may have been ultimately his call. He might have said, I want to.
Yeah, well, whose call was it to not do any pre-interviewing with him? To not have him promote this thing on talk shows or something?
Probably people who didn't want to...
mumble shows?
Who didn't want Well, I mean, he was going to do the used to talk circuit, but, I mean, they probably just didn't want to, like you said, kill the surprise.
Yeah, kill the surprise. Well, that's kind of sick when you're using somebody's stroke as a surprise. Like, how bad was it?
No, you say tomato, he said...
All right. Yeah, they figured it out. Different strokes for different folks. I understand how it works.
Yeah, you could tell he had a little bit of a problem there, but it's okay with us. Just good to have him there.
This year's show was the first media appearance Clark has made since his stroke. Even a public relations photo for the show turned out to have been a doctored image with an old pre-stroke picture edited in.
Yeah.
Pre-stroke. Done by Cage from Whackbag.
Doctor explains Clark's stroke here.
He suffered from a stroke probably in his language-dominant hemisphere, which is always the most difficult one for people in that it affected not only his strength and his ability to walk, but his ability to talk, not just in producing speech, but in formulating the thoughts that go under speech.
Formulating the thoughts. So it's not just the speech, it's him thinking of what words he wants to say and get them out there.
That's hell on earth.
Oh, God, because there are people that have strokes and they're still all there. The thoughts are there and everything. They just can't come out of their mouths. But he's having both. Oof.
He has diabetes. He's been open about that for several years, and we know that that's a big risk factor for stroke, and probably one of the large blood vessels supplying a major portion of the left side of his brain got clogged. It got blocked, and the blood supply was lacking, and injury occurred to tissue.
Oh.
This is awful.
How come in the good Lord's fucking little construction of the human being book, he makes nails grow back? You could rip a fucking nail out from its socket and the fucking thing will grow back. But things like nerve tissue in the brain, actual brain matter, once that's destroyed, oh, well, sorry, Charlie. Your fucking hair grows back when you cut it. Who cares? You get a cut, it heals.
Hair growing out of your ear.
Yeah.
That'll grow.
That'll grow.
Even after you're dead.
Try getting rid of it.
Right.
Try getting rid of ear fucking hair. Hey, you women with mustaches, wax away. That fucking shit's growing right back. But brain tissue?
Just a little tissue.
Once it's gone, once that dies off, it ain't coming back. It's gone for good.
Let's go to John in New York. He has a butt today. Loves the show Butt. John.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, you guys are awesome. I love the show. The thing is, if you guys ever had a family member with a stroke, it kind of sucks, man. It really
Kinda? Kind of? We know it sucks, but why was he on TV is the question we're asking today.
You know, the only thing I could say is, look, the guy did, he did something he wanted to do. I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't maybe possibly embarrassing, but you know what? At the same time, the guy showed he had balls.
I was saying, my God, we're treating this more charitably than I think we have any other fucking tragedy ever.
You know how much we're holding back right now?
Oh, I know.
Because we realize how easy this is.
I listen to you guys all the time. I mean, it's the only channel I think I got set my XM anymore.
Yeah.
You know, you guys are kicking ass and taking names. I'm just saying, if you ever have a family member who had a stroke, this shit really hits close to home. Because my mom had a stroke last year on New Year's Eve, as a matter of fact. And it's fucked up.
Well, dude, the thing is this. I mean, it's like usually on the show, I mean, we say some barbaric shit, but you kind of have to address it. Now, for you, it's more personal. Why is this one a more personal thing for you?
No, I'm just saying, it's just the stroke thing. You know, at least the guy, he went out and he tried. He showed he had a lot of balls.
Dude, I don't disagree.
I gotta respect that.
It ties into your life somehow, though?
I'm just saying.
No, dude, he's saying.
I'm trying to start a fight with you guys.
No one's. We're trying to. No. What are you trying to start a fight? How did obviously you know someone who had a stroke.
Yeah, my mom had a stroke last year on New Year's Eve, and Hello?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys. Happy New Year.
Is she all right now, dude? All right. Try to salvage some kind of humanity out of that, but it didn't work.
He hung up?
Either that or he just dropped the phone and half his body shut down.
That was wrong.
That was perfect.
All right.
Even though it's sad, but it's like, look, we all have brutal shit happen in our personal lives. We make fun of
family members, of course.
Exactly.
That's what happens.
Here's the
sorry.
Here's the countdown from Dick Clark. This is how you want to bring in a new year.
Oh, no.
This is exactly what I was envisioning this year.
It's exciting.
Well, we're getting closer to midnight, and everybody is starting to look to one spot, high atop #1 Times Square. And that's because we're just minutes away from the lowering of the giant ball. Now, they pass up ear warmers, mittens, hats, thousands of them. And people have balloons and horn shakers, and they're ready to make noise like you have never heard before. It's an electric moment, and Ryan, you, my friend, are right in the thick of it.
You know it, man. I cannot wait, Dick.
Oh, I fucking hate Ryan Seacrest. I cannot wait, Dick.
Thank you, boss.
What a fraudulent ass.
Handing out bittens and noise shakers.
Bittens.
I didn't understand a word of that.
Problem with that M.
Yeah.
That M is really...
Bittens. Probably because half the mouth won't work, and you need that. That's how you know he's enjoying food now. He goes.
It's just depressing to watch and listen to. They should have had him doing like Hurricane Katrina updates.
Yeah, look like the wind is blowing his face that way.
Yeah.
Here's the big. Here's finally the countdown.
Mm-hmm.
Dick, you do the honors, buddy. Let's count it down.
Thank you, Ryan. We're less than 30 seconds away from the big moment, and we're coming up at 20 seconds. 30 seconds. There it goes. They're waiting in anticipation.
Wait, what happened? It went 30 seconds, then it went 20 seconds, and then back to 30.
Wait, did it?
Dick Clark went into a time machine.
He certainly did.
Yeah, listen.
Dick, you do the honors, buddy. Let's count it down.
Thank you, Ryan. We're less than 30 seconds away from the big moment.
Less than 30.
And we're coming up on 20 seconds. 30 seconds. There it goes. They're waiting in anticipation. Oh, what did it get? There we go now. Look at her. Oh. All right. There it goes. Down she goes. 50, 40, 13, 12, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy 2006.
Did anyone else pick up on the kissing noises?
No.
Yeah, he kissed his wife, and
does it every year, I guess, and it was really.
Dude, what kind of countdown was that?
30.
30, 20,
less
30.
Than 30, 20.
It was less than 30, 20.
Less than 30, 20, 30, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 8.
He didn't say 11, 8.
Dude, listen back. Listen back. Rewind just to the countdown. I swear to you, listen back again.
All right, hold on.
This is sad.
It is so sad because you remember Dick being very excited during New Year's Rockin' Eve and counting down and being right on the money.
From the big moment, and we're coming up on 20 seconds. 30 seconds. There it goes. They're waiting in anticipation. Oh, what did it get? There we go now. Look at her. Oh. All right. There it goes. Down she goes. 50, 40, 13, 12, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy 2006.
Happy 1890.
Here's the kissing. And the song is depressing.
That was kissing? I've eaten ass quieter than that. Jesus. Was he grabbing her pussy through her dress? Why'd I have to say that?
I don't know.
A brave old gentleman.
I know. We're real brave.
Sorry about that line.
Oh, is that horrible?
Kissing his wife, they love each
15,
other.
14, 13, 12, unintelligible number, 8, 7.
5, they're all leaving through the Lincoln Tunnel. 4. People sweeping up. Jesus.
Well, the people are starting to leave the square now. Many of them have been here since 4 o'clock this afternoon. And now the massive cleanup will begin. That job takes over 100 sanitation workers. They're going to get it all cleaned up by 6 a.m. Last year, they cleaned away over 50 tons of trash, and nobody does it like the personnel of the city of New York. Thanks, everybody. Hey, Ryan.
City of Newark, why are they cleaning?
Return from the good times.
Oh, God, it's so sad. It is so sad. This is the Notebook and Band of Brothers all tied into one.
Is it necessary right after the countdown to start congratulating the cleanup crew already?
Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. Look at the sanitation trucks.
Wow.
I don't know.
Wait till I tell you what happened to Charlie Brown in the next break.
You saw the play?
Holy shit.
Don't ruin it. I know people that are going.
Holy shit.
You might have to not listen.
Well, we'll figure out how to talk about it. Why, are you going to see it?
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Don't wreck it.
When are you going?
I'm getting tickets. I'm in the process of getting tickets.
I have to talk about the Charlie Brown play.
Don't wreck it.
I have to talk about it today. Maybe you could take 20 minutes off. Maybe you could go take a coffee break, because I have to talk about Charlie Brown today.
And then I want to talk about the song by Chuck Berry. I have some problems with that.
That fine actor that was in promoting the Charlie Brown play left out a very important detail about his fine play.
Oh, what's he, faggot?
I'm just saying. We'll talk about it in a few minutes.
Gotta be.
Here's more Dick Clark.
Back to you guys upstairs.
Well, as you know, every year we have a big Hollywood party, and this year may be the biggest lineup of talent ever. Now, it's hosted by Hillary.
It's the cancer music.
Whoa, it is.
They're playing the cancer music in the background. Derek's got it here, right? This is what they always play when some character's dying of cancer on TV. Who was the famous one? Dr. Green from ER or whatever it was?
Yeah, when he's sitting on the beach.
Right.
Shut up.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. That's terrific. That's terrific.
What? What? Dicks.
The cancer music.
You folks fell on your face. You get an F- in my book. What are you people? On dope?
I kiss you on the mouth. Do you want to kiss me or?
All right, enough of the cancer music.
It's a great, I have that on CD in my car. That's such a good song.
Oh, stop it.
It's very good.
No, it's
big
not.
Fat gentleman.
That's what's playing in the background. Is Dick Clark
ukulele
is doing a little wrap up here.
Back to you guys upstairs.
Well, as you know, every year we have a big Hollywood party, and this year may be the biggest lineup of talent ever. Now, it's hosted by Hillary Duff, features 311, Three Doors Down, The Bangles, Chris Brown, The Pussycat Dolls, and Sean Paul, and Sugarland. And that will be starting moments from now. Don't you dare go away anywhere. In the meantime, the cars here at Times Square, they seem to be thinning out, don't they, Ryan?
Yeah, they do indeed.
What question are you
My
answering?
God.
First of all, Dick Clark should be saying, "My name is Dick Clark, Bill for short." He really
Bill for short.
Ryan Seacrest is annoying me more than Dick Clark's.
Yeah.
I'd rather listen to Dick Clark than that fucking phony.
Yeah,
it is indeed.
All right, Dick. I won't acknowledge that this is really uncomfortable.
We're gonna have to deal with Ryan Seacrest for many years to come, though. He's the
guy.
He's the guy. He's gonna be the guy for a while, for a long time.
How's everything going over there, you guys?
It's going great, and as usual, it was a big night at Times Square, always an extraordinary time. Now, the people always leave here in a happy frame of mind, and why not? You know, celebrating New Year's is the oldest holiday in the world. It started in Babylon about 4,000 years ago.
Babylon.
And ever since, it's been a time for high hopes, optimism, and renewal. Here's hoping it'll be a great year for everyone. Marisol.
Oh, thank you so much, Dick.
That could have been more perfect if it started in Stroke Town.
It started in Babel Dick. Oh, that poor bastard.
It actually didn't start in Babylon. That was them just saying because they needed them to stretch, so somebody just wrote it on a cue card. It started somewhere else, and they just pointed at a cue card.
Dick. Babylon.
Babylon. It started in Babylon Doddering Pool, which is a town built for short. What? It's a happy evening. Is it, Dick? Really?
No, it's not. It's sad.
Yeah.
It's a sad evening.
How about a loud, wet, lip-smacking kiss?
Oh.
Well, here's some New Year's resolutions for everybody. Make up your own joke. Dick, it's over to you.
You know what? An unusual thing has happened. Yeah. Undoubtedly, somebody made a New Year's resolution tonight. You're not alone. One of the most popular in modern times used to be quit smoking. But so many people have done that in the last 10 years. The number one these days is lose weight. 4,000 years ago, it was return borrowed farm equipment. We'll be right back.
Did you hear Dick? He made New Year's resolutions. He said this year, I promise not to eat soup or whistle.
Holy crap. I think I'll be able to keep those.
Shame on you, Jim Norton.
Idiot.
It's horrible.
I have no idea what he said in the last clip, by the way.
Yeah. Some kind
Thank you, Hillary. Times Square is relatively empty now, but by Tuesday morning...
So is your head.
Oh.
Idiot.
Oh, poor guy. Come on. Why are they subjecting him to this? The public. Doesn't it sound like a chore? Like he's working so hard to get through every word.
Look, it's courageous to go on after a stroke. We know that, but to be on TV for everyone to look at you is just creepy. Yeah. Jeff Franks, a carpet installer from Anniston, Alabama, complained, "I couldn't hardly understand half of what he said, and that half didn't make no sense. They should have used subtitles like they do in them foreign movies. My kids finally made me switch channels because Clark was creeping them out."
Oh, boy.
This is obviously a well-spoken man who wrote that.
Yeah.
I couldn't hardly understand nothing. Jesus. He needs a spell check. What a dope.
He was watching PBS at the time.
Thank you, Hillary. Times Square is relatively empty now, but by Tuesday morning, that place will be humming with activity. 230,000.
Humming?
With activity.
But did he have to say humming?
Humming.
The place will be a literal slur of people.
But by Tuesday morning, that place will be humming with activity. 230,000 people work here every day. Another 27,000 live here. And 1.5 million people pass through here on a daily basis. 26 million tourists every year. It seemed like every one of them was crammed in here earlier tonight, Ryan.
Indeed, and it really is unbelievable.
No, it's not.
And why was he reading about Farmer's Almanac?
Yeah, that was like his job for the night, was just to blurt out these
facts.
Inane facts no one really cares about.
Here's a fun-filled fact about New Year's.
He said New Year's Eve, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were going to give us a little lesson on...
Maybe someone could put this on 45 and I'll talk a little more normal.
Ryan, you about size 14. Would you? You want to ring in the New Year's nickel, would you?
It puts the lope in the masket.
Put the mucking lopen in the masket.
I muck me bard.
We gotta get that. We'll play that going to break. 2 more clips. This is really painful.
You have to.
Well, here in New York, we're enjoying the great music out in Hollywood. It's been a great tradition with this show, years and years, bringing you the best music around. And with that in mind, it's time for another song from a very, very talented, lovely lady. Ladies and gentlemen, Hillary Duff.
Lady.
He sounds like a really drunk guy trying to talk to a cop.
Yeah.
Trying to form this is going to be okay. Like, you ever hear a real drunk kind of talk?
I can drive. No, give my fucking keys.
Last clip.
And Ryan's annoying me more. Indeed!
That's right. Yeah, he's like really putting an exclamation point on how bad Dick is. Perhaps Ryan should have come back. Dang, dude.
But at least Dick is talking in his real voice.
Yeah.
Fucking Ryan Seacrest is young. You came from that school too, man?
Indeed it is, Dick.
That's right.
Indeed it is.
Dick as in diction, ironically enough.
Oh. And this is the wrap-up.
Well, this is the time of night where people start to show up at various parties around town. There is still a lot more party to go here on New Year's Eve.
Oh, not
and
New Year's.
I've had a wonderful time tonight. There's nothing like being in Times Square on New Year's Eve. And believe me, this is one night I will never, ever forget.
I don't know about that.
Getting pretty quiet looking out the window, and then, Ryan, what kind of view do you have right now?
Well, I tell you, I've got a pretty good view right now. Mariah Carey's still hanging out with us.
Ha, 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 I get it. Her fat ass is there.
Oh, I didn't even get that. He was joking.
Her giant ass now.
Ham-handed segue. It won't do.
There's a scary guy out there with a tie, like a patriotic tie.
What's he want?
Fred in New Mexico.
Hey, Fred.
Oh, man, you guys are killing me about this.
Horrible. Awful.
Nah, man.
This cackling idiot. You're a little laughing buffoon, sir.
Well, this is my first time ever getting onto the talk show, and I just love this show. I've had Exo for about...
Dee, what's up?
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy
New Year. Oh, my God. I am in my studio. They put radios finally in our studios for us to listen, and Jim Norton's comments are hilarious. The one with the soup and his New Year's resolution. I couldn't stop laughing.
Thank you.
You cruel woman.
No, but you know what? It's bad, but it's funny at the same time.
You don't understand your voice is as annoying as Dick Clark's, only in a different way?
Absolutely.
If you put your voice and Dick's voice together, you probably have like one normal-sounding person.
Yeah.
Hey, what kind of panties do you have on today? What are they made out of?
Stop.
Come on.
No.
What kind of panties?
I got to concentrate on traffic.
What are they made out of?
I'm not going to go there. But I just want to say Happy New Year's.
They're made out of an entire bedspread.
What'd you do? Drink? You drink last night?
No, of course
Forget where you were? Forget what year it is?
Nope, I was sober.
Pass out? What'd you have? Some of that non-alcoholic champagne?
No, I had
It's gotta be good stuff.
cappuccino.
Cappuccino? Happy New Year with cappuccino. Everybody drunk around you?
No, I was with other sober people.
Other non-alcoholic people?
Mm-hmm.
Dee, now you're a news person, obviously, a news chick.
Yeah.
So what were your observations on the Dick Clark thing?
I didn't watch it.
Oh. Why?
I just found out about listening to you guys because I had no interest in watching it. I was doing other things.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. I was with my friends. I was at a party.
All right.
Sober party.
All right.
Sober party. Was it billed as a sober party?
Yes.
Boring.
Wow.
No, actually, it's not.
Dullsville, USA.
We know how
I have to disagree.
Ways, so.
No. Just because you people can't handle your drink.
That's a good point. We can't.
Doesn't mean what, if you went to a party where people were drinking, would you be tempted? Is that it?
Not now, but in the beginning, yeah.
Yeah.
And how the hell are you going to get laid if no one's drinking around you?
Well, you can get laid without. It's better to have sex with not being drunk.
How do you deal with assholes not drunk? Like you're at a party, they're all fucking assholes.
They're not all assholes. There are some
Should have been at the fucking party I was at.
There are nice men out there.
I don't like being at drunk parties anymore. I don't like being around too many drunks.
See, he can relate.
No, drunks are annoying unless you're drunk.
Right.
See, that's the thing. If you're at a party where there's a bunch of drunks and you're drunk, it's a blast.
Right.
But, yeah.
It is annoying. You're right. Like, why do you want to be around a bunch of drunk people? They're just like, eh.
Say satin.
Yeah, say satin.
Satin.
My favorite is mittens.
Mittens?
Mittens.
No.
Mittens?
What does a bee do to you?
You want me to say it stings me.
It stings. Where do kangaroos live?
Australia.
What?
Australia.
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 Yeah.
All right.
She should have hosted with Dick.
Oh,
turn. You sound funny, Dick. What's wrong with your voice?
Oh,
your stroke makes you talk funny.
Hey, Dee, what was your New Year's resolution?
You know, I don't make them that way. I don't break them.
It's obvious.
Ah, yes, very
You
good.
could say to not drink, and then can't
Yeah,
break.
there you go. Not
See what I'm
drink. I don't know. I don't believe in New Year's. He's just going to end up breaking them most of the time.
Hey, easy.
All right. Thank you, Dee.
Have a good day.
If you have anything else, call us back, okay?
Okay, bye-bye.
There goes Dee. She's down at the Washington compound. Todd in New Jersey.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey,
Dick Clark needs to interview Al Franken.
Oh, my God. Remember that from How's Your News?
Oh, yeah.
Are they doing How's Your News anymore?
They haven't posted anything new yet.
No?
Another show that's all about exploitation.
Yeah, I saw a show over the weekend about kids with Tourette's. It was a little special, half-hour special. I have
Tourette's.
Something like
Tourette's doesn't have me.
Right. Did you watch it?
No, but I did see the. I saw the preview for it.
Yeah, I was all ready to, I was all geared up with the remote in my hand, ready for a good loft fest. I think you just feel bad for the little kids. They're all little. They got like a bunch of little cute kids that have Tourette's.
Oh, that's awful.
And it was just awful watching them all talk about how it's so hard to go to school. People make fun of me.
And there you
kids
are
are
on
awful.
the couch.
I'm ready to well. There's a line somewhere, Opie. More like a gap between. I guess I won't laugh at this, and I fell in the middle there somewhere. More closer to I just won't laugh.
Did you have your hanky nearby so you could blow out your nose in between crying?
Pull out of your thing with the AC on it.
One of the most disgusting implements ever.
Yeah,
the handkerchief.
That's an older guy thing, man. My dad used to walk around with a hanky, and he would see you had a runny nose. He'd pull it out like, here, use my... Like, what was it, a magical hanky?
Wipe with a hanky. Like, the snot disappears.
Yeah, as soon as you pull it out of your pocket, all the snot that was on there goes away because he's trying to do a good thing by handing over his hanky to you. A hanky?
But then you got to throw it in the wash, and that gooey stuff gets all over everything.
All over your clothes. Who didn't pay off a fucking loan from a loan shark?
Why?
Because someone is obviously here to break legs.
No.
That guy has no other purpose than to break people's legs that did not pay a fucking loan shark. There is no other occupation the guy outside that glass could possibly have than to break people's fucking legs when they don't pay a loan shark.
We'll get into him after the break. That guy's going to be a problem.
I'm not leaving this studio.
That guy's going to be a problem. Hey, we found the Al Franken being interviewed by one of these slow people on How's Your News. Can't wait for them to do another one of these fine shows. Listen to this.
Happy
New Year.
I didn't understand that. I'm sorry. All righty. I'm Al Franken, and I'm covering this convention.
All righty.
And are you having a good time?
Yeah.
Who have you talked to so far? Bouillon. Maya. I couldn't agree more. Yeah. It was really nice talking to you. I'm glad you're here. I think it's fabulous. Can I shake your hand?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Okay, have a good time.
Oh, man,
wow.
Is that great?
What is he saying? Asha Bouya. Like he really is trying to say something in English.
Whatever he's saying, it should be followed up by a frying pan to the teeth.
Yeah, he's got to just be repeating, please kill me, please kill me. Bota ada.
All right, let's play It Rubs the Lotion on Its Skin.
Just when it's
cold. For all the new listeners out there that are discovering 202 on this fine XM. There was a CD we discovered almost a year ago at this point. Silence of the Lambs.
The musical.
The musical.
Yes, haunting.
These guys, the Kaplan brothers, put this thing together. It's one of our favorite things to play from time to time. Here is Put the Fucking Lotion in the Basket.
It rubs the lotion on its skin, it does this when it's cold. It rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose. And when it's done, there's one more thing, a simple little task. It's put the fucking lotion in the basket. Put the fucking lotion in the basket. All these stupid women are the same. Helps me not to think of them as human, so I call them it instead of by their names.
Mister, please, no more abuse. Can't you see there's no excuse? My family's probably wondering where I've been.
I'll starve you so your skin gets stop crying now, you big fat moose. Just put the fucking lotion on your skin. And then put the fucking lotion in the basket. Your chances for survival are remote. I'm impervious to all your silly whining, so wipe down before I jam a bomb right down your fucking throat.
Mr. Please, my mom's got money. Let me go. This isn't funny. Cops are sure to send somebody. Turn me loose. Don't be a dummy.
Listen to you scream and wail. Keep it down, you fucking whale. Mind the broken fingernail. The last girl climbed halfway but failed.
She's down here, you piece of shit.
Put the fucking poodle in the basket. I'd kill you, but there's someone at the door. Don't make me go and get my gun and shoot you. It's a waste of skin. They don't sell fat girls in a fucking store. Put my fucking precious in the basket. Don't you hurt my one and only friend. You don't know what pain is, but I'll teach you. If you lay a fucking finger on my poodle's pretty head, put the fucking poodle in the basket.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony program. It's the O&A virus spreading across America. Hi. If you like the show, do us a favor and pass it on to somebody else. Say, hey, man, I heard this cool thing on 202. Check it out.
That's how it works.
That's why we call it the virus, I guess. You get infected.
We're looking in 2006 for 8 billion new listeners for the Opie and Anthony show.
Well, yeah.
We're looking.
All right, what's going on outside the studio?
Well,
the sound's off out there?
It doesn't matter. It was one day when I was coming in. I was quite a while ago where I told you that the cabbie that picked me up was an odd gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Odd.
Yeah. He wore a red, white, and blue tie.
Mm-hmm. That's what he's wearing today.
Yeah. And he gave me some kind of a weird card with well-wishing at the end. I don't remember specifically. I know we read it on the air and crucified it.
Yes.
But as we should have.
Stupid.
It was awful. And we tried to get him in. I'm like, you got to get this guy in. He's just a fucking wacko.
When you get a cab in New York City, or anywhere for that matter, you want to get in. You want to tell the cab driver where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get there, pay him, and leave the cab. That is the perfect cab drive.
Yes.
Cab ride. Nothing, no smells, no fucking wrong way to make you pay more, and no conversation. I don't want to fucking hear boo from these guys. I just want you to drive. I don't want to hear about your life. I don't want to hear. Some of them, just an occasional little question. You know, say you're going to the Garden, and they go, oh, well, you going to the game tonight? Yeah, going to the game.
Yeah.
That's all. Something like that. Then I've noticed this. The white cab drivers, the white American cab drivers,
they're the
nowadays
crazy ones, right?
Are the craziest motherfuckers in the cab. It's not like watching an episode of Taxi, where they're all white and they're all fun and normal and everything.
Especially after 9/11, you got into these cabs in New York and there was a Middle Eastern in there.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You got a slightly paranoid, a little bit of, uh-oh, this is a little uncomfortable.
And they were trying real hard. I mean, there's fucking fireworks going off on their rear deck lid, flags are waving.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, my American friend.
And then you would
love this country.
Then you would get a white guy and you'd have a sigh of relief, but then you realize when you get into it a little bit, you're right, they're the crazy ones.
They're the crazy ones. They're the ones that drive without the friggin' glass barriers between you and the seat, like that everyone knows you should have because there's savages out there ready to just strangle you and choke you and stab you and rob you. But they have no glass because there carrying on a conversation. It's like you're driving to the fucking track with your uncle.
Yeah.
So you're sitting there in the back seat, and they yap on and on. I had one guy, he had printouts from his home computer of previous cab accidents that he's showing me. He's talking about that he prints cards out, Christmas cards and things for people. And just on and on, where I'm sitting there going, shut up, shut up. They're crazy, the white one.
I had a female cabbie coming home from that Charlie Brown play.
Oh.
Ugh. Jesus. God help us all. Charlie Brown's a faggot.
I have heard that.
Well, yeah, you grow up reading the good old Peanuts comic strip.
How else could it have turned out?
And you don't want to know that Charlie Brown was a pickle smuggler when he went into high school.
He was emasculated at every turn.
Yes.
In his youth.
That twat moving the football and humiliating him.
Of course.
Old dykey Peppermint Patty calling everyone sir. It's only natural.
Only natural that he would have been a...
But what's his name? What was his name? Eddie K. Thomas or something like that from American Pie? From American Pie.
Marlo Thomas.
He came in last week. He's a great guy. We got along with him. He was talking to us about this Charlie Brown play.
Yeah.
Off-Broadway play. So we went and saw it.
How hot is Elijah Dushku?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We went Thursday night, and it's the Charlie Brown characters 10 years later in high school. And
right.
And Charlie falls for Beethoven.
Who we all knew was gay even as the...
Beethoven was the one that always played the piano, I guess?
Of course.
Right, okay.
Just got married in England, didn't he?
And there was a little love thing going on, and a couple of twists and turns.
You'll leave that?
I'll leave that for you, Anthony.
Thank you.
I'll leave that.
Let me ask you, I don't want to give away, but does Linus replace his blanket with a robe?
Linus is a pothead.
All right.
He smoked his own blanket. They burned his blanket, and he took the ashes home, and he mixed it up with some good weed, and he smoked his own blanket.
More twists and turns.
And Pigpen is now Anthony, basically. A neat freak.
Really?
A germaphobe.
Oh, there you go.
Well, he was, walking around and the dust was following him the whole time. Now he's got the hand cleaner.
I thought you were going to say Pigpen's a millionaire.
But, so I had the female cabbie on the way home. And I guess in New York City, or the New York City area, there's 125,000 cabbies, according to this lady.
125.
And there's only 10...
Is that from Dick Clark?
There's only 10 women cabbies.
Only 10?
And the reason is because it's really tough for the women to drive the cabs because they can't pee in the Snapple bottles. That's what she told us. Because most of these cabbies, they do 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week, can't take a day off. If you take a day off, you got to pay for the cab anyway, $120, whatever the rental is a day. So you can't take a day off. It's a horrible... I go, you like driving a cab? And she goes, it's a shitty job. And she said that the guys could do it because they could pee in the Snapple bottles. For a woman, she goes, and she was talking about women's problems and all that. Yeah, exactly. You have to find a place to stop, legal parking, to go into maybe a Starbucks bathroom, to
wait in line,
to remove the tampon.
I would hang up the used tampons by the partition, like little festive decorations.
Couldn't make it smell any worse.
Like an air freshener.
Somebody dropped copper pudding in here. It smells like someone must have dropped pennies in here. I smell them.
Jimmy in Staten Island. Jimmy.
Oh, you are incorrect. The kid who played the fucking piano was Schroeder. Wasn't Beethoven. He had a statue of Beethoven on the piano. Get your fucking peanuts straight, Pally.
Hold on, Jimmy, but in this version of the Peanuts, he was called Beethoven, I guess.
Right.
I think because maybe the Charles Schultz family is just sitting there waiting to sue this production.
Yeah.
So they didn't really use the names a lot. But
he's trying.
But whatever. After Anthony sees, we'll talk more. More.
Oh, with the fag thing? Quickly, before we get there, the whole fag thing, I finally saw Kinsey. You said you saw Kinsey? Dude.
That was creepy.
Why didn't you fucking prepare me for that?
I wanted to make...
For that scene.
I wanted to make that just go away.
I was horrified.
I didn't want to go to that bad place again.
Liam Neeson.
I tried to forget about that movie as soon as I saw it.
Plays Alfred Kinsey. He's the guy, 1948, published The Sexual Behavior of the Human Male.
That's right.
No one knew anything about sex back then. Everyone had all these misconceptions. He decided he was going to do a study.
Or the first real
study. And interview a shitload of people, very anonymously, very openly, about sexual behavior to find out what is considered normal, what people do, and get the two together and just see what people are doing in the sack. Men, women, men with men, women with women, the whole deal. Well, it turns out he's got this little scale at one part of the movie that he works on, 1 through 6. 1, or it was 0 through 6, wasn't it?
I don't remember. I really
0
try to forget
being
about this movie.
Absolutely gay, and 6 being absolutely heterosexual. And then he one of his helpers from school that's helping him do these surveys is obviously, a little gay.
A 0.
Yeah. Well, he considered himself a 3 when they were in the hotel room as they're touring around getting these things. He considered himself a 3.
Because they traveled around America to do the survey.
Do the survey. No fucking internet back then.
Get a nice cross-section of the American people.
The country. So this gay guy is with Kinsey in the hotel room and asks Kinsey, well, what are you? And he starts talking about what he thought he would be like a 1 or a 2. He goes, well, what do you think you are now? He goes, 3 or a 4 or something, more in the middle. And then the gay guy's like, you want to do something?
Let's just put it this way. They both became a 6 real fast.
Oh, my God. They went from fucking 3, whatever they were, to 6 in a second. And, it's Liam Neeson.
Wait,
so I'm watching Qui-Gon from Star Wars just open mouth kissing this guy.
And the badass from Batman Returns.
Dude, let me tell you something. I can watch, because we've popped it on in here for some laughs, gay porno, where guys are slamming each other in the ass, and it's hysterical. But when guys are kissing, hugging, cuddling, canoodling, making out, tonguing, it's unwatchable. I was laying down in bed. I'm watching this.
Hold on. When was the last time we all sat around and watched gay porn?
I'm not saying we did, but there's video clip will come up on the web, and someone will go, hey, check this out. And it's,
I can't let that just slide by, because everyone's going to be writing and calling them.
It has been too long, you're right.
Look, it has been. Let's all get together.
And by the way,
all the gay jokes and whatever, fine. There isn't one fucking guy out there that hasn't popped a link up on a website and seen hardcore gay porno.
But you made it sound like we're all just kind of hanging out after the show in the back office.
I absolutely didn't. I said it's come up.
Porn.
With all the porn we get, it has come up that we have seen. Have you ever seen gay porno?
You said you can watch it and laugh.
It is hysterically funny.
Apparently, we like Abbott and Costello. You like a couple of uncut cocks bouncing off each other. LOL. RAOF. Robe all over floor. Apparently, that's how you get your yucks.
And yucks they are, my friend. And
I personally like a Brian Regan CD every once in a while.
I enjoy Richard Pryor.
A little
apparently.
Bill Hicks. I like to think with my comedy.
Anyone that doesn't find gay porno hysterical is sick.
Ant's depressed. Put on that movie where the one man fucks the other man in the ass. Cheer him up a little, would you?
It would.
Is sick? Well, get me some NyQuil and tissues.
There is no way in hell if you popped gay porno into a fucking DVD player and put it on that television that everybody wouldn't be looking, cowering a bit, but laughing.
Well,
it is funny.
Well, the challenge has been made. Go get the gay porno.
Who's got it? Where is it?
And bring everybody in the studio.
I don't know any.
And by the way...
Oh, yeah. That ain't the setup.
You guys...
I want to sit there straight-faced.
That's right.
You guys said they went to 6s real fast. You couple of moes. They went to 0s. 0s were absolutely gay.
Oh, that's right.
You made it look like they went normal. You Freudian silly geese.
Sorry we don't know all the terminology there,
No,
Jimmy.
but you
Sorry,
just said it.
I was taken aback by the fact that...
Sorry that we're not actually...
You were taken. You were taken aback. You were given aback, Ant.
Sorry,
taken a cock.
Sorry, we're not actually studying this.
Well, no, he just said I haven't seen the film, but Ant said 0 is absolutely gay.
You're right.
And 6 is absolutely straight.
All right, so they went to zeros.
He went right down to 0.
Sorry, I mixed the fucking numbers.
If I didn't say
Go
it,
back
Paula
to what
would've.
you were saying, Anthony. I apologize.
And to see Liam Neeson open mouth kissing and getting, romantic with a man, it was just disturbing to watch. And I know you had seen the movie, Opie, and boy, you didn't let that one out of the bag. You didn't warn me that scene would be coming up.
That movie was just horrific.
Yeah.
I just decided to throw in a Harry Potter movie after that.
Did ya?
I had to cleanse the
palate.
Oh, my God. Jesus. Let's go to Patrice from Cranberries. What the hell is this?
Hey, let me get this straight. Anthony can't watch somebody pick his nose, but he can watch two gay guys having sex.
Excellent point, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Snot is disgusting.
They both involve snot, though.
But love snot. No.
So you laugh watching gay porn. Do you jerk off to Adam Sandler movies, do you?
Nate in Brooklyn. Nate.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Yeah, and I think what you meant to say was you find gay porn funny as long as you have another man lying next to you tickling your bag at the same time.
No.
Take it easy, guys.
No. That is not funny. That is romantic.
All right. Go ahead, Anthony.
I'm done.
That was it, but there was you were making a really good point, and I interrupted you, but I couldn't let that
the Liam Neeson
pass.
thing. It was the fact that, it's worse to watch men kissing than it is to watch two guys in a porno movie fucking each other.
See, that's what, to be serious for a second, because I went and saw that Charlie Brown movie, and we discussed it afterwards. I'm like, there was a point in my there was a point where I wanted to be an actor growing up and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I'm watching this play where it gets a little hot. It gets a little weird, right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, how do you act that role out? I don't get it.
Brokeback Charlie Brown.
Pretty much. There was a lot of touching, and there was some kissing.
Yeek.
And even if they both had their mouths closed.
How do you do that?
How do you do it?
How do you do it?
Make it believable for the audience and all that. Like, I don't get that as an actor that you would take on those roles. I really don't. Like, what goes through your head that you need to do a role like that?
I think Will Smith said no in 6 Degrees of Separation. He wouldn't kiss the other guy, I believe, because he played a guy who was like a gay hustler or something like that. I don't really remember it. And he was great in it, but I heard he wouldn't kiss the other guy. Like, that was the line he drew. And Pacino, I think, wouldn't in some movie. I forget, it was either Cruising or Dog Day Afternoon, but there's certain scenes he wouldn't do.
Right.
There was a movie.
But the guy from American Pie that was in here, when we were checking out the girls getting naked on Pal Talk and stuff, he wanted in immediately. No indication that this guy is not, straight.
Uh-huh.
But, man, you should see him on that stage. I'm like, what? I would love to talk to him again, maybe after you see the play. Because I don't get it. I don't get that. Holy crap. Speaking of not getting. I don't get that as an actor, how you prepare yourself for those type of roles.
Christopher Reeve did one of those.
He did?
Was it Death Trap?
Oh, I think you meant the orderly who kissed him and he couldn't do anything about it, but take it.
That too.
Come here, Superman.
I wish you would stop kissing.
I don't know where this began, but maybe we could get back on track. We were going to talk to the cab guy.
And when the cab guy comes in, let's just have the cab guy in.
All right. Yeah, we don't need that other guy.
Whoever he is he a friend of the guy?
I don't know. Tell that giant reptile with him to wait outside.
Never seen a bigger shirt in my life.
It's Muscle?
Yeah, he did. I think it was Death Trap with him and Michael Caine made out, I believe.
Yeah, that was it. Michael Caine. People on Pal Talk, if they go to the office cam, they could watch Ben. Ben is in there right now, working diligently, highlighting text, unhighlighting, highlighting, unhighlighting.
Highlight, unhighlight, cackle, do nothing, repeat.
Saying to himself, Iraq.
Hey, someone's asking me from Buffalo, Fag Smasher. Hey, you ever watched the Kurt Cobain movie Last Days? I did see Last Days, and it was amazing.
Yeah, you saw that one?
It was really, really slow moving, but there was something about that movie I liked a lot. How about the pointless scene in there where a couple band members, I think he was trying to say, go into a side room and live out Jimmy's fantasies? Yeah, like it was kind of a flop house, right? It was loosely based on Kurt Cobain's, Last Days.
Yeah.
This guy wanted to basically say this was Kurt Cobain's Last Days, but I guess the Cobain estate there had a problem with the movie, so they changed it around slightly.
Yeah.
But they're in Kurt's house as he's just wandering around aimlessly for the last couple of days of his life. And there was a bunch of band members from another band or something, and all of a sudden these two guys just go into a room and have, like, gay sex. And it's like, what does this have to do with Kurt Cobain's last days?
Why?
It was bizarre. But, yes, I did see that fag smasher.
You seem to want to wear your hat. You don't need the headphones if you don't want to wear them.
No.
Want to wear the hat instead?
No, that's all right.
Okay.
You want to wear the hat? It's a nice hat.
He wanted to put the hat on. But
the hat?
No?
Maybe he needs a hat.
Who are you?
Yes, sir.
He wants to wear his hat. I can see it.
Who are you,
more
sir?
Comfortable.
Is that your cab hat?
Yes.
You wear that in the cab every day?
Yes.
That's like a chauffeur-type hat.
Yes.
Like
I'm
the classic chauffeur would wear.
So I used to be a limo driver before 9/11.
Ah, you were.
After 9/11, there wasn't much left. So I traded my black car in for a yellow one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still chauffeuring people around. So why shouldn't I dress appropriately, positively, and professionally? Because I want you to leave my car more positive than you came in. That way you'll have more of a positive day and a positive New Year.
See, now that makes perfect sense.
Certainly does.
Instead of somebody who's not dressed professionally, who is not courteous.
Yeah, why not drive the limos anymore?
Yeah, limo driving, you got to understand limo driving.
Yeah.
You never know what time you're going in. You can get called 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning to pick someone up at the airport or go to Connecticut. And your shift is usually 16 hours.
Oof. Now, there's a long time to be working.
And you're on standby at least 85% of the time, waiting for another call.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And every time you get a parking ticket from the city, you have to pay for it. The company doesn't pay for it.
Well, who pays for it in a cab?
The cab? We don't get parking tickets. We don't sit long enough.
Oh, really? You don't just, well, maybe not you,
yeah,
but I'm sure there are some people
that... whoever parks that day gets a ticket, has to pay for it. And then you're on call 24/7.
Right, and by that you mean 24 hours a day.
7 days a week.
7 days a week. If
on
anybody didn't
service,
understand the 24/7 thing that the kids are using nowadays.
I got to cut in for 1 second. We got Than and Danny on the road. Than, Danny, what's up?
Hey, what's up? We're circling the area.
Pat from Menaki. We're doing cribs today as well.
That's right.
All right, so you're circling the area. Why? Just to find a parking space?
No, we're just trying to find which trailer.
Oh, God.
Well, that's going to be... All right. We're going to get to you guys in like 15 minutes. Stay there.
All right, we'll call back.
All right. Yeah, Than is thrilled to be on the road to do Pat from Menaki cribs.
Yes, cribs
They're getting
today.
close. Sorry about that. So,
pass them around, sir?
Oh, he's got an envelope.
Something in
for
an envelope.
each of us. Jimmy, if you would give me that.
Sweetie?
Now, what
is this?
Read it.
What's in the envelope?
It says, Happy New Year, a little picture of popping champagne.
Ooh, a nice white hand around that bottle.
Cover. During this holiday season, let's give thanks. Let me thank you for being a valued client.
Exclamation point.
I have so appreciated serving you. I look forward to many years of giving you the highest standard of excellence in service. I wish you a joyous holiday season and a prosperous new year.
Exclamation point, exclamation point.
No, let Jimmy read it.
Paul J.
Wait, why are you reading
positive taxi driver.
Why are you reading sentences that have exclamation points?
I was just reading it.
But there's only one person that reads exclamation points on this show.
All right, Jimmy, if you would read it, and please let us know when there is an exclamation point.
Okay. I have to, because during this holiday season, let's give... Wait. Oh, you know what? The whole sentence. During this holiday season, let's give thanks. Let me thank you for being a valued client.
Exclamation point.
I have so appreciated serving you. I look forward to many years of giving you the highest standard of excellence and service. I wish you a joyous holiday season and a prosperous New Year!
2 exclamation points.
Paul J., your HIV positive taxi driver.
And then it says, now get cracking on those resolutions.
So what made you the HIV positive taxi driver?
It came back...
and how have you always been, like, HIV positive, or...?
No, I have not always been positive. About 97, I lost everything. I left my job as a chef. I lost my family. I was a chef for 40 years.
Oh, were you a saucier?
A sous chef.
Okay.
A sous chef, executive chef, a gourmet chef, everything.
So you were negative back then?
No, it's a very negative feel because you're always under pressure.
Okay.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're under,
Right.
You're racing the clock. You're racing every second to get the food out. Because you want to eat now, not tomorrow.
Now, how did what happened with the family? Was it job related?
Yeah, I was never home.
You were never home, so you're trying to earn a living, and the family leaves.
Right.
That's very sad.
And then I was sick. I actually got burnt out.
Yeah.
Overworked, burnt out.
What were you sick with?
Got burnt out.
Burnt out. Overworked, everything.
Well, that's not sick. That's just tired.
Are you saying... I'm kind of sensing something here. You're saying by burnt out and 40 years of being a chef and losing the family and all this built up to some sort, I don't want to call it the like a breakdown, let's say.
You could say,
but there was some kind of nervous breakdown.
Right, yes.
If I could call it a nervous breakdown. And maybe a little time spent recuperating in a place where you can rest.
Right,
a little bit.
Yeah, at home.
At the
my parents.
They called it the nervous hospital. But no, it was.
No, he rested with his parents.
We rested at your parents' house.
I lived with my parents at the time.
How old were you at that time?
55.
55, and that took how long of a rest did you need?
About 2-3 years.
2-3 years just to rest.
That's why I went to limo driving to get back into.
I wouldn't mind resting. It would be a nice rest 3 years.
Oh, we rested 2.
We rested 2 years.
We
had a problem with our job, like you. We had problems with our job, and we rested for like 2 years.
Now, do you hand this out to every customer? Well, how long will you be handing out, like, you're the HIV positive care brother? How long will you be handing that out?
I started getting the positivity.
Oh.
With 9/11.
Yeah.
Because I driving people downtown.
A lot of people didn't get positivity then. That was very negative.
There was so much negativity, so much hurt then.
Yeah.
I said to myself, I got to do something. I have to do something. I can't go down to the center because of my asthma to help clean up and everything. So I have to do something to make the people positive.
Right.
So
you wanted to spread the positive, right? Basically. Okay.
So I came up with the idea slowly. After a couple of months, I came up with this whole concept.
Yeah.
And then I said, I started giving it out, and I said, why not put it on a card?
What was the concept, actually? Right. Explain to people at home. Like, we know you're the HIV positive, but a lot of people don't know.
Take at least 5 seconds to come up with.
Everybody was negative and hurt. And now we had to rebuild ourselves back, so I had to give some positivity to the people, so encourage them to keep going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the whole thing.
That makes perfect sense.
Sure it does.
It does, actually.
Yeah.
So what is that? You brought in a little... it's like a folder, basically.
Yeah, it's all the thank you cards and stuff I got from people.
You got thank you cards?
How do they find you?
My address is on the back of the card.
Oh, yeah, that's right, it is.
Oh, my God, I don't even know which way is up here. Dear, they call you Mr. Paul.
Right.
Ooh. I can't... I'm Susie, and first of all, thank you so much for cards sent to me. This shows you really care and think of sharing such special days with me. Thank you. You send things to Susie?
No, I gave her a card in a cab, and she'd send it back from Belgium.
Wow, very cool.
And that one came from India.
India?
Yeah.
Wow. Dear Paul, wishing you a very happy New Year. Thanks for being the HIV positive taxi driver, Julie. Kill yourself.
That's very nice. And from all parts of the world and everything.
Right.
This is
downright creepy.
No, I don't know. This is actually a longer one. This is Dear Mr. I don't know if you want to give out your last name, so we'll just call Dear Mr. Gentleman.
Right. Just call me Paul.
Paul. Dear Paul.
Yeah. I'm
down low. I wanted to take a moment and thank you, and she capitalized the T in thank you, because she's obviously a dumb cunt with a capital C, for the wonderful holiday card you gave me yesterday when I took your taxi from 76th and 1st to 86th and 5th Avenue. Being in the hospitality industry myself, because she obviously deals with people, I know how important creating an HIV-positive environment and experience is for your guests. I cannot tell you how wonderful it was to chat with you and hear about all you strive to provide your guests with. The level of your customer service, your top hat, and wonderful chauffeur's outfit, and she spelled chauffeurs wrong. Made the entire car ride one of great pleasure. I cannot thank you enough for making my day brighter. Oh, wait, I didn't read that right. I cannot thank you enough for making my day brighter! Exclamation point. Happy holidays to you sincerely, and she signs her name Sarah. What top hat? Because you're wearing a regular hat right now.
Did she mean the limo driver hat?
This one.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you had a top hat.
That's a very special hat. How long have you had the hat?
Since I was driving limo.
So about
Yeah, it's
76.
I started driving in
70.
98.
You believe like hospitality is virtuous, right?
Right, because I was in
something
the hospitality
like that.
business all my life.
So that would kind of almost be like a motto. Right. Hospitality is virtuous.
Right.
Yeah, you could almost like get a little acronym of that and maybe put it on there as far as the positive thing.
That was a cute card I got.
Wait, can I read one of these, Mr. Paul? Which one's the cue card you want me to read? All right.
That one right there.
Oh, no.
You see what all the writing on it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me see that, Opie.
What?
Opie, let me see. Let me see the book. Let me see the book.
Oh, cool.
All right. I wanted to read one of them.
Shut up.
Can I read one of them, Paul?
Yeah.
I'd be honored to read one of your thank you cards.
I want to read one and give him back his book.
I will be reading one as well.
There's things for Christmas and that quick thank you. I'm so surprised that, people think New York is a very cold place. And even if a cab driver gives out little notes of thank you, you wouldn't think you would get thank you notes back.
That's right.
But people remember this and write you back notes.
Let me see that.
Best wishes for the holiday season. That's wonderful. I think we will keep this over here.
Can I read one, Paul? You think?
You know what it is, though? Opie eats during the show.
What?
His fingers sometimes get sticky, and I don't want to ruin this book.
That's why I got it in plastic, so he could have it.
Yeah, see, Paul knows.
Look,
Paul knows.
You really don't want him having the
Give me the book!
I really don't want to give you the book.
Give me the book.
No.
Yes.
I'm not.
Give me.
That's very nice.
Give me. Where are you going with the book?
I'm leaving the show and I'm taking the book.
No, you're not. You're giving it back to Paul.
Here you go. There it is.
We got a lot of people calling right now.
I will not be party to it. Well, no. Give it back to
Give
Paul. Hawk, you don't need the book anymore. Give it back.
The book.
What? You don't...
I want to read.
No.
Paul, how about you read one of the thank you letters? Yeah, get your reading glasses on.
Yeah,
and the phones are going nuts because...
He's taking a little break.
Yeah, Jimmy had to go to the bathroom.
Yes, he certainly did.
We got a lot of listeners. I guess a lot of listeners that were in your cab.
Uh-huh.
Here's one that was real cute. They even sent a picture of the whole crew.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See, that's nice.
Yeah.
And now you dress with the American flag tie.
Yeah, this is a symbol. I've been wearing an American flag tie ever since 9/11.
Yeah, I know.
In honor of the people that died that day.
Uh-huh.
Because we should remember and respect them because they gave their lives for us.
Absolutely. What do you think of the plans for down there at the Trade Center?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Great.
I'm thinking they should just put the buildings back up the way they were.
I don't particularly care for the design. It's me. It's an architectural disaster.
I want the original towers back.
Absolutely.
That's what I want. Show them all. You can't push us around, Buster. That's what I like saying.
I even made my own design for the memorial.
You did?
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I sent it in, but they rejected it.
They rejected it.
Well, what was it?
It's a very simple design.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Simple design.
It took the 4 I-beams.
Uh-huh.
The I-beams from the South Tower, that on the tower side.
Mm-hmm. Right.
They curved like this. They curved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Took 8 of them and made an arch out of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And because an arch is a special thing for a religious person.
Uh-huh.
And then put an eagle, spread eagle on the top. And underneath it have a bell. something like the Liberty Bell, but not as big. That would ring every day at that hour.
Every day?
Yeah, or whenever they want it to ring.
That would drive people nuts hearing that ringing all day long.
No,
every day.
Just for a few minutes.
Just for a few minutes every day. Hey, so what?
And then,
it's not over.
And then on the bottom would be a moat.
A moat?
A moat.
Which is a body of water.
Right.
And in the center of the moat,
that's so the black people can't go to the memorial.
Hey.
What?
What do you mean by that?
And in the center would be an eternal flame.
An eternal flame. So the Bengal song is playing over and over and over. I like that. I like that idea.
Then on the outside, would be a complete circle in black granite. Split in sections of all the people's names that died that day. And with benches on each side.
Benches.
So people would sit down. Because this is a very emotional thing. A lot of people from this country lost people.
So you could get little rubbings like on the Vietnam Wall?
That's not a bad idea there, Paul.
I kind of like that
idea.
idea.
Because people get emotional, they have to have a place to sit.
Yes.
Because at the Vietnam Memorial, there's no place to sit.
You don't want to sit. I've been there. You just want to walk through it and cry.
No, but here you would sit because it's more emotional in New York.
All right. Listen.
New York will be more emotional.
More emotional than the Vietnam Wall.
And then on the outside,
there's more.
Then on the outside of the whole thing, on four corners, would be the American flag with a statue on it. Under it. Like the Maniling firemen.
Right.
Maybe a canine, honor the canines.
Okay.
The cornerstone.
So now we're at the East River and the Hudson. So now what?
And then flanked by all the flags of the nations that died that day. That way we honor all the nations.
I say no. See, that's where we part ways. I was with you whole memorial right up to that point. It's about America, my friend.
Yeah.
Maybe the British flag. Maybe the British flag because they've supported us. But all the rest of them, and if you mind, excuse my language, go screw. That's what I say to those nations. Go screw.
Go screw. Yeah.
And then,
pardon my French, by the way.
And then on the brick.
On the brick.
You lay on the brick that's laid down the walk on.
Yeah.
Have all the names inscribed that donated their time in the help of the cleanup. The people that came from the South, that came up and cooked, all the people that helped.
Wow, so every brick gets a name on it?
Didn't get paid, got their names inscribed on the brick.
On a brick, so they get a little something.
All right, listen, so what happened to you after the... What happened to you after the TV show got canceled? Why no more TV work?
What happened?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
No, it was just
the Benny Hill show. I like that.
I wasn't on Benny Hill.
What?
I wasn't on Benny Hill.
Oh, well, you're getting your information. Was that from a phoner, from a caller?
No, then
He's probably mistaken you for somebody else.
Then why are you here? I thought we were talking to Benny Hill.
No.
Oh, Benny Hill has passed away for the past, I believe, maybe 5, 6, 7 years.
But you look a lot like Benny Hill.
Has anyone ever told you kind of look a little like Benny Hill?
No.
I've noticed
You ever see the Benny Hill?
No.
So you don't know if you look like him.
How about Speedy Delivery from Mr. Rogers?
I've seen Mr. Rogers.
You never seen Speedy Delivery? Speedy Delivery. You kind of look like that guy, too.
Yeah, you do.
You know what it is? It's the glasses, the hat, and that almost, I also see a little Captain Kangaroo.
A little Captain Kangaroo.
With the mustache and the distinguished hair.
The good captain didn't have the blank stare. Let's go to the phones.
Sure, that works.
Who do we want to talk to first? Let's say hi to Kevin in Virginia. A lot of people
Really? You're going to Kevin from Virginia first?
I want to say hi to Kevin in Virginia first. Kevin?
I kind of like the call the...
I understand that. Kevin?
Yo.
Hey.
Hello?
Kevin, you got to turn down your radio. We're on a slight delay. The satellite's involved and space and stuff.
Space-time continuum.
Yeah.
Missed your turn.
See?
All right, let's go to Steve in Yellowstone. Steve, what's going on?
Steve from Yellowstone.
Hi, I wanted to say hello to the positive cabbie. Can he hear me?
Oh, you're going to have to wear the headphones, sir.
No.
Yeah, because people want to talk to you. They've been moved by your story. They've been moved by your story, and they want to talk to you.
All right. Moved to channel 203.
Music Lab.
Hello.
Hey,
oh, wow.
Steve from Yellowstone. Yes, you're on with Paul the cabbie.
Hi, is this Paul the HIV positive cabbie?
Yes.
Hi, I just wanted to say that I think it's really nice that in such a downtrodden world, it's nice to see somebody taking their job very seriously and doing basically what is a good service.
Thank you.
And I think it's really good. Are you still working on some design ideas?
No, I can't.
Alone! This ghoul should design himself a shotgun blast to the face. Ramon! Mohammed Atta had better design ideas for the towers. Ramon! Bring me a W.C. Fields-looking sack of shit. Ramon! This guy should be slumped over the wheel behind a warehouse in Brooklyn.
Sometimes we get these callers.
Yeah, they're...
Sometimes...
Ramon! The positive cabbie is a cocksucker. Ramon! Bring me a 55-year-old piece of shit who looks like Carol O'Connor and still lives with his parents. Ramon! Bring me a chef with the mental capacity of a 5-year-old. Ramon! This ghoul should be shooting the president to protect Jodie Foster.
Sometimes a caller gets a little...
Ramon! I'll call back when I have some more shit written down.
And when you're sick, you're not well.
Yeah, Steve from Yellowstone is certainly a sick
See,
one.
there are some people that are just, you know, like you're positive. There are some people that are full of negativity, and I think it balances out. Yeah, sometimes he could be a little negative.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Well, at least your positivity is out there.
That's right.
And it seems to be helping. I mean, if people write you and say they appreciate it. I liked your idea for the Trade Center memorial. At least, you know, someone's got an idea.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Much better than the ones that's out there.
That's right.
And if some people like Steve from Yellowstone can't appreciate things like that, I say, again, excuse my language, screw them.
Very good. All right, Paul.
Paul, well, you're doing a fantastic thing, I must say. Very patriotic. You ever serve in the
Great War
services?
No, I was in the Vietnam era.
Vietnam era? Were you in the service then?
Yeah.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
What branch?
Army.
Army?
Infantry.
Were you in country or?
I was in Berlin, behind the Iron Curtain.
In Berlin?
Yeah.
That was kind of a safe
That's a
place to
long
be.
shot to Hanoi from Berlin.
Yeah.
You got to be a crack shot.
No, the only thing with Berlin is we use
Might
blanks.
have got the wrong direction.
Yeah.
We use blanks, and the East Germans use real bullets. That's the only difference.
That could be a problem. Yeah, meet up with any German ladies over there? Any Frauleins?
Yeah.
Yeah, that must be nice, right?
Yeah.
American
Where are they
military
buried?
guy. What year was that about?
65 to 67.
65. Right there, the commie menace, not knocking at the door, the commie menace. And people like you there to protect us Westerners from that menace.
A true American.
Well, sir.
Hence the American flag
I
on his
salute
tie.
you, sir. Thank you. You're doing a great thing. I just want to make sure he's a veteran so I could cry later on.
That's right.
That's wonderful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
For coming in. Keep doing what you do.
Yeah, can I see the book?
No, I wouldn't show him the book. Opie tends to sometimes be... Well, before you show him... Well, maybe you can. I'd rather hear it in your voice, because I think you can give it the inflection it needs.
I have a fine speaking voice, though.
Opie's kind of sometimes negative.
No,
and we're into positiveness here. I'm feeling your positivity, and I don't want to feel Opie's negativity by you giving him that book.
Hey, we're going to Chanceless, Utah. We're going to say hi to Travis. Travis, you're on with the Positive Cabbie.
Chanceless, Utah.
Hi. I just, I really don't want to say anything out of line here. But I really like what you're doing. I think it's good, and I wanted to know how the response has been from people. I mean, if it's okay for me to
Very good
ask
question.
that.
Yeah, it's okay, Travis.
Paul?
Yes.
Hi. I know that you're the HIV positive cabbie, and like, what made you decide to do this? I think it's really good.
It's a thing.
Ramon! Give this guy a noose and make him wear it as a tie! Ramon! Obama should be driving Mrs. Daisy and then kill himself. Ramon, he should leave that faggoty cab running while he's parked in the garage.
I think what Travis is trying to...
Ramon, I want to shave that cheesy mustache with a shovel.
I think this is not Travis.
This sounds like Steve from Yellowstone.
Cabby should commit suicide.
Steve, we're trying to conduct an interview.
Ramon, bring me an older gentleman who has lost all perspective.
All right, look, I know this is Steve from Yellowstone, and this is not Travis from Chancellor.
All right. I'm sorry
Bastards.
about that there, Paul.
Ever any, Steve, to try to make something of his call, were there ever any thoughts of suicide in your past during some hard times? You always had
I had very hard times. I always wondered what was for me. So
were there any suicidal thoughts? Was that ever an option? You always thought positively.
It was
pull out of it.
I tried to, but it's very hard when everything's negative around you.
Negative. Were there ever any thoughts of hurting other people during that time?
No,
never. You're not like that.
No, I'm not that way.
You don't come across like that.
No.
No.
I have my own philosophy. Always look at the good side of people, never the bad side.
Oh, that's a good philosophy.
That's not bad.
I like that.
Well, what about the people that don't have a good side?
I just, if they don't have a good side and they're not good to me, I just leave them alone.
You leave them alone.
Then you just leave them alone.
Turn the other cheek, as they say.
Right.
All right. I think
he's doing a fine thing out there. Jimmy's finally back.
Hi, Jimmy.
That was good. In production?
What?
Were you in production or taking
I have an Albany gig, by the way, which I didn't promote yet, which I have to record a production piece for. So
very good. Good. And you got a Starbucks and you didn't get us any.
No, I've had this.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Thanks for going.
Of course.
Sir, thank you so much for coming in. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. I like the
I want to thank Jimmy for finding you, actually. He was in your
you
cab.
Actually drove me one time from my crib.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
All right, that's it.
Okay.
That's how a radio interview works, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Just one thing I want to mention.
Yes.
No.
He's got a plug.
Can we promote? We have to promote this guy.
No, we don't.
Yes, we.
Opie.
We really don't need
Let him read.
Can I read something?
No,
you absolutely can, sir.
No.
Okay. This is from the TLC.
Yeah.
I am honored to inform you that you have been selected.
What's TLC? The Looney Club?
Yeah.
Okay.
Taxi and Limousine Commission, my friend.
This is big time, Jimmy.
Actually, it's 10 to 11 care.
I like
10 You got 1 million of them. That's funny.
Among the hundreds of nominees, and you receive 5 top honors. One of the 5 top honors, annual Driver's Recognition Award by the New York Taxi and Limousine Commission. I'll be sure you're getting that stuff.
And what is that? What does that do? What do they give you? A trophy?
Give you a trophy, a plaque, whatever.
A plaque? Is that given to you by the head of the TLC?
Yes.
That's an honor.
Yeah.
And that's because of your outstanding duties as a cabbie.
Right.
Well, congratulations. I'm glad to see there's somebody out there like you, making the world a better place for a few minutes at a time.
And I will say he was a very safe and good cab driver. He did give me a good ride. He's a little odd, but, he's a...
Fair?
A fair guy, yes, and a very honest guy.
That's good, because there are some dishonest people out there.
That's right.
So can we give him some kind of plug? Like, do you want people to be able to contact you? How do you want them to be able to contact you?
No.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, okay, I thought maybe you want to get some bookings or something.
No.
It's just luck of the draw.
I just pick up because it's too hard to pick up. Go for people. It's just like limo service again.
Right. You're all over the place, Manhattan, or you hang out in a certain area? You like a certain area?
I'm all over.
All over except for uptown, right?
No, I'm all over.
Yeah, you go uptown at night?
Yeah, I work daytime.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Daytime. Go to Brooklyn, Queens,
anytime, anywhere. Anytime, anywhere.
All right. Well,
gotcha.
This went on way too long, so
thank you. Good. I like that.
I appreciate you coming in.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Never picked up any 12-year-old hookers or anything, right?
No.
Try to save them from their pimps?
Nope.
You got to shoot them in a building?
No.
No? Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. You all have a happy New Year.
You have a happy New Year, my friend.
A New Year's resolution for everybody? What's yours there?
Everybody try to be positive and good to other people. That's the main thing.
Try to be positive, and when you are, wear a robe.
That's right.
To let everyone know. I like that.
Okay, that's a good point.
All right.
All right, there you go.
Sir, thank you very much. Got the hat.
All right.
Got the chauffeur outfit.
Paul.
And the uncomfortable moment as he pokes his head back in the studio and no one acknowledges him.
They don't look.
After the break, we're going to be talking to...
Wow, did you nail him?
They got to see that live on Pal Talk, too, right?
Did you nail him?
What'd I miss?
You are an awful man.
What did I miss?
Oh. Okay. Oh, no, okay.
All right, we're gonna take a break.
Holy Jesus.
And we'll continue. We got...
I honestly want to know. I have to know. I've got to know. If he handed you that book, I couldn't take the chance. I would not be able to sit here as you did that. Would you have ripped it up?
Absolutely.
No shit.
Absolutely.
I even said to Eric, don't give him the book.
I was not going to do it. I couldn't watch it. I could not fucking watch him.
I don't think it was all in plastic. I don't think I would have been able to. I would have just tried to. Yeah.
You would have heard it.
I would have heard
You know what it is? You know what that is to him?
Absolutely.
You know what that book is to him? That's like everything. That's all the accolades that he's gotten for doing what he thinks is like this great thing. Mm-hmm. And to have that destroyed, I could not sit here and watch that.
He's clinging to sanity by his fingernails.
Oh, my God. And they're just ripping out.
They certainly are. He's got 2 pinky nails hooked into the fucking thing of sanity.
Hooked in, and they are bleeding and coming out. That guy is a...
He really is.
But he was... I heard some of his design ideas.
Dude,
oh my God.
Ramon was beyond funny.
Dude, it covered Manhattan.
Did he call it?
You'd run into the memorial at Central Park and wouldn't finish till the Battery Tunnel.
And I wanted to have a life-size thing of every person playing the sport they love the most. Do you?
Then we need a tribute for everyone in the country that saw it on television.
That's right.
So I want their names engraved in every pebble.
Yes.
What?
Beat it with your childlike observations.
That's great.
Get out.
Childlike.
Pseudo grown-up.
The Benny Hill thing was great, too. When you said Benny Hill, I looked and just like, oh, my God, it's Benny Hill. It's Benny Hill.
All right.
Statues to everybody.
Yeah, really. Oh, did Steve finish that thing?
Carol O'Connor. What a mess.
Finished?
See, that's your typical white cabbie. They're completely insane.
We got something for Daddy's Little Girl coming up.
Oh, I love this.
I like that. It's a good song.
And also Don West wants to say hi today.
What is Don West?
What is Don West doing these days?
The Navigator for the Jupiter 2?
No.
Batman?
No, that was Adam West.
Oh.
Don West was the guy that drove the Jupiter 2 and Lost in Space. He was the Navigator. That was Bangin' Judy.
What's he doing out there?
Why is he still there?
Go ask him, Eric.
Get him out. What's he looking for?
Wait, open the door real fast. Paul, we just want to thank you again. We're in break. We're just kind of hanging to come back.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks, man.
We're all right here, right? Huh?
You're good.
Yeah. Who are you?
I'm his boss.
Oh, you're the boss.
Do you want to plug? You wouldn't let us plug him.
No, it's okay. There's nothing to plug. I mean, he just goes around on the street and pick up passengers.
It's a yellow car.
Yeah.
So if you luck of the draw, you might get you.
Right.
That's pretty much it.
All right.
Take it easy, guys.
Take care.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you guys too. So, there they go.
That boss. Holy shit, is that guy intimidating?
Yeah. But he was enjoying it, actually.
Yeah, he's a fan of the show. I think the boss knows.
Is he the boss?
I think the boss is.
Yeah, he's a fan?
Yeah, he's
Thank God.
Yeah.
That's good. All right, we'll regroup. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Don West. Don, what's going on, buddy?
What's happening, guys?
Here he is.
We love Don West.
How's the impersonations going, man?
Fantastic. Got to tell you, I can't find you on the TV anymore. Where are you, Don?
Excuse me, guys. Sorry.
Jesus. Don's got the C.
It's hard for Don to do Don.
No kidding. Spike TV every Saturday night at 11 o'clock Eastern, man.
What do you got, the TNA?
Yeah, doing the announcement
Yeah.
show on our getting ready to almost hit 4 years. And
Yeah.
jamming, man.
It's working out for you.
It is the hottest thing going, buddy. I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, you know, everyone still misses you though from the goddamn when you're selling that when you were hawking that shit on television.
I just did it's funny. I just got a call. The ESPN Classic show, Cheap Seats. I don't know if you know the Sklar brothers. They did a thing where they wanted they were at some lady's house. They were doing a show from it. She had all this memorabilia, so they came up with this idea and ran me down, and I had to go do the old gig again, man. And
Really?
everything out of her house. It was hilarious.
Yeah, give us a little bit of that.
What were
Don.
you selling? Maybe a couple of items.
Man, we got these Derek Jeter Jim Mint 10 rookie cards. I mean, there's only like 12 Jim Mint 10 of this 94 Derek Jeters in existence. You got to get on the phone right now. You are going to be the daddy if you have this car.
This card. The cards. Look, I'm opening the pack right now. Look at what we got here. I'm opening one.
When you used to open up the packs and just like show these great cards that were in there, and I was hypnotized by you on those spots.
Why is it when I ordered the pack, I got 6 Bob Apodakas?
John Bacabellas. I tell you what, though. I remember one time I opened one up, and, I mean, it was 4 o'clock in the morning, and so I accidentally knocked the box down, and there's a giant pile on the ground, so I get in the cards, and I'm swimming in them. And I get these phone calls from these irate people. He's running the cards. Get him out of there. And I'm thinking, it's a $20 box, you dumbass.
But you never know what you might find inside it.
Yes, you do.
Everywhere.
Jim Mint 10s. Jim Mint 10s. Jim Mint 10s.
That thing you guys did on the Britney Spears thing, I've still got a copy of that.
Oh, where is that? Do we still have that?
Parties, man.
We don't have that? We can play that for everybody, for our new audience, because now we're national.
Now, that's still your delivery on TNA, right?
Oh, yeah.
Very high energy.
What's funny is I'll do it, and the people there are like, how can you do that for 2 hours? I'm like, 2 hours? Hell, I did it for 8 hours straight.
Yeah, you were on those shows for like 8 friggin' hours just going off, selling everything. There are some urban legends, I guess, about that, too. Did you cut yourself on a sword once?
That is a true story. What a sword. When I first started, I did the knife show, and I was trying to, and we were doing it in this little bitty hole in the wall. When the company first started, I'm in this little room with this camera right on the knife. So it had like 4 blades. I was trying to open them all up, and I had 3 of them open. I couldn't get this 4th one open. And rule number 1: close all the other blades if you can't get one open. But I didn't follow that rule. The blade snapped back on me, right on my thumb. The camera was doing a close-up, and the blood shot straight into the camera. I mean, it looked like a special effect. Had to get like 6 stitches on it that night.
But I love how you sell it.
Look how sharp these are, people. Look how sharp.
We sold the knife.
He doesn't break character or nothing.
It'll take your thumb right off, people. Look, I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. Bleeding like a stuck pig, people.
Oh, shit. A lot of people
I've always said I don't miss it, but you guys make it sound fun again, I swear.
A lot of people, we got a lot of new listeners on and everything, and they kind of want to know what did happen with that situation, because you were the talk of any of those shop and home kind of shows that were going on at that time.
You know, and I've heard so many urban legends on what happened there. The bottom line, 2 things. Number 1, I've been doing it for 10 years and was just about dead.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys know, you're on radio and get crazy. You just can't scream 8 hours a night.
No, and I'm sure we weren't making a lot of money doing that.
Oh, yeah, it was good. Life was good.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, we were doing about $125 million a year in sports memorabilia.
Wow. How much of that were you getting, though?
Oh, not more than half. But yeah, really.
Nice.
But we were doing, that show was almost 51% of the company, and that was the shock everybody had when it happened. But they had a new ownership come in, and when the guy kept trying to sell the station, every time he would try to explain who Shop at Home was or who they were, everybody would be like, "Oh, you mean the ball card guy?"
Right.
And they wanted to go more female-oriented and try to get their own identity. And we came to a mutual agreement, and I was ready to go, and they treated me right, and everything went good. I mean, I pretty much took a year and a half off and recovered, and it was all good, man.
That's amazing, though, to have some idiot, because now you don't even see it. No one talks about it. There's no buzz about any of these shop-at-home shows. And
they're all generic now.
Yeah, they're all generic. And to have a new owner come in and have gold like that, where people are, they're going to work and talking about the guy. They're talking about you,
There was 60, at one time, 60 websites that people created. I don't know what these guys do in their spare time. I mean,
sound clips, and SNL did a whole bit about it and everything, and then to just go, well, another direction. We're going obscure. We sell things on television. We don't want to draw too much attention to ourselves.
Dope. Yeah, backing up slightly too. Anthony did his own impression of you. We found it here.
Oh, you found the Britney Spears?
Well, I think this is the QVC Virgins one we did.
Right.
Or Anthony did. Listen to this. It's quick.
We talked about the guys from QVC before. They're always selling the Beanie Babies and memorabilia sports stuff.
Yeah, they have the tough-sounding voices.
Oh, the
one guy yelling all the time, virgins, 22-year-old virgins. Order now, these are gonna go fast. Look at this one. Let's bring it up. Let's open her up. We like to do this every so often. You're not going to find anything better than this, people. Limited time, and you get a Mark McGuire rookie card with every one. 22-year-old virgin, McGuire rookie card. We're giving them away $22. That's $1 a year. 22-year-old virgins. Look, I can't get anything in here. We're talking you won't be able to tell the difference between the front or the back. It's like two balloon knots.
Wow, what the hell?
And you get Flopsy Wopsy, the Beanie Baby, that's been discontinued since '92. A McGuire rookie card, a Sosa rookie card, and a 22-year-old virgin. They're gonna go fast, people. Look, I'm trying. I can't get anything in here. Take it home, work it. Limited edition. Did you hear? Limited edition. For the love of God.
Let me tell you something. If I can't get my little thing in there, it's tight.
There you go. See? Ed's loved it for many years, Don.
That was before I even know who the hell you were. I had been flipping around the dial like everybody else, and then you just see you be dialing the flex pay people. And it was like you couldn't tune away.
Hey, Will Ferrell did 3 parodies on Saturday Night Live.
Yes, like 3 parodies.
Yeah. And you got a little Chris Farley in you there, too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you've heard
the
river.
Well, that's great, man. Give the big plug. Where and when?
Every TNA Impact, man. It is the fastest-growing wrestling show on television, and it's on every Saturday night at 11 o'clock Eastern on Spike TV.
Who are the big names wrestling with you guys?
Well, Sting is coming back, man. Just
Sting
signed a year deal. Starts this week, and Sting's back. We got Jeff Hardy. We've got Christian with us now. We've got, of course, Jeff Jarrett and Raven and the phenomenal AJ Styles. But they're lining up over there to come over to our place. It's just hot, man.
Yeah, that's
very
pretty cool, man.
Don.
Good stuff. Guys, It's a pleasure, man. You guys crack me up.
Absolutely. And if you're in New York anytime, bopping by, we'd love to see you.
You got it, buddy.
Thanks, Don.
Bye,
guys,
mister.
it's Jim Mid-10 in my book, man. See you guys.
All right. Later, man.
Bye.
My favorite Don West bit you did was the one where we did the body parts.
Oh, the sporting
Do we have
memorabilia
that
body
Ted
part.
Williams' head was that
Yeah, it was Ted Williams' head, and then it got worse from there.
I mean, it got really bad.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Well, the guys...
You couldn't tune away from him on television, though.
The guys have
Great.
found the QVC baseball cards. I think this has to get ugly. I don't think we would do 3 minutes on just regular baseball cards.
We might if it was first, like, if it was the first.
All right, we'll
ones
start.
we
If
did.
it sucks, we'll just bail on it.
This is the first one?
The first one you did, Mom.
Yeah.
The first one?
Yeah, then probably isn't.
Uh-oh.
It's probably a lackluster impression with no material.
Discovering Don West. But that's all we got right now.
We got to find the Britney Spears one or the
one about selling
one.
like
yeah, it's
body
not worth
parts.
just playing one that, you know.
It might be the one where all right, whatever. All right.
Yeah.
We'll listen during the break maybe.
Yeah.
Someone listen during the break, see if it's worth playing. Well, maybe we'll end the show with it today. When we get back, it's Pat from Menake's Cribs thing.
Cribs, can't wait.
I see Danny's already on Pat from Menake's. He's on his webcam in Pat's trailer.
Oh, shit. I didn't even think we could do it like that.
Of course we can.
All right, let me pop up Pat's cam.
The guys are going to be videotaping for the rest of our listeners.
Danny.
Video clips of Pat from Menake's Cribs will be up on opieandanthony.com sometime.
Great is this technology.
Sometime tonight or tomorrow, later on this week, whatever. So we'll take a break and we'll check in with Danny and Than. They're in Pat from Menake's trailer, and we'll do Cribs next.
I'm chilled, motherfucker. Don't tell me to chill. I've had it with some of you people.
Are we ready for Cribs?
Yes. Does Big Racy Jen take her pants off, too?
Radio.
I haven't heard. Oh, there she goes.
Radio.
Wow, she's taking her pants off. She's totally naked. Wow. Holy shit.
I'm unique in the world.
Wow. Well, thank you, Big Racy Jen. This Pal Talk is something. You want to see nude girls? Boom, there they are. Nude girls.
Sure does take away from the radio program.
Wow, she's completely taking her pants off now and everything. She's not even...
Satellite radio.
She is totally naked.
Hey,
you could probably pick up my reception if you tune into
Wait, who's Pat talking to?
Pat's talking to our guys, I guess.
Oh.
Pat, who are you talking to?
My neighbor. He was wondering what's going on.
Why? He sees cameras and stuff?
Yeah.
Probably thought it was a murder happened in there again.
He didn't realize he was living next to a celebrity?
No. He does now.
Who, your neighbor, Pat?
Yeah.
Put him on the phone.
Okay. Would you like to talk to Jim Norton of Opie? He's a comedian. Here you go. You're known as my neighbor.
I'm his neighbor.
Oh, hi. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. How are you today?
Good.
Has like, do you think that Megan's Law has affected Pat living there or not at all?
Megan's Law living here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have me evicted tomorrow.
You?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Sir, do you,
look who's driving my truck.
So, you're Pat's neighbor, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So what happened to you that you're living in a trailer too?
That I'm living here?
Yeah.
It's called marriage or divorce.
So you had a house?
Oh yeah, house, everything. I had everything. You know.
You had a nice house, and
now I can't
you were married. And then you got divorced, and is she now living in your nice house with another guy?
Thank you.
And you are living in a trailer on a slab next door to Pat from Munaki.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Way to phrase it.
Some other
Isn't it a
guys.
fickle finger of fate? Yeah, that's it.
Some other guys raising your kids?
No, my kids are grown up.
Oh, okay.
So that's the only good side. I got the dog out of the deal.
A dog?
So you got the dog.
I got my dog.
And a trailer. Is your trailer nicer than Pat's?
Oh, well, not yet, but it's we're working on. We're both working on.
What's the main problem with Pat and his trailer?
The main problem with Pat and his trailer?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's no problem. He's fine. It's just we're just chilling down here. Actually, I met a very nice girl, and she's got a really nice house and kids and all that great stuff. So it's not really that bad.
Yeah, tell yourself whatever you have to. Hey, is Pat's trailer neat or messy?
It's neat. I mean, it's what we.
All right, we're bored with you. Can you get Pat back on the phone?
Yeah.
Sure, fine. Hold on.
Pathetic life. Wow.
Jesus Christ. Give us your whole life
horrible
story.
You're not getting me kicked out of trailer park, are you?
Wow.
Who's that bum? Thanks, Pat, for that wonderful conversation.
That guy's got an awful story.
Yeah.
But at least he has a reason for living there.
All right, let's say
yelling.
Unlike Pat.
Let's say hi to Than.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Than.
We're currently in Pat's yard.
Yeah.
Yard, huh? What does that entail?
It's the
I'll get a copy. I'll make a copy and I'll put on CD.
Between the two trailers.
All right. Pat was yapping
Yeah,
while
Pat,
you were saying
don't
that.
yap.
For some
We got-
reason, he was coming through louder than you were.
Stop telling that bum you're going to make a copy of his appearance.
They got
You
the
play
black
for
light
his
for my
stupid
yap.
family.
All right, Pat, hold on a sec, man.
Yeah, Pat.
Shut it.
I know you're excited, but it's not about you right now. That's fucking Pat. All right, Than, yes.
So we're in the muddy space between his trailer and the nice gentleman you just spoke to, which is
And that's the yard.
And that's the yard.
The muddy space.
What's in the yard?
Some features include a bike that has weeds growing through it.
Yeah, you need that.
Due to inactivity. And then if we come around just the back, Pat was showing us earlier. Pat, stop tripping over your bike and tell us what's going on here. With his water heater, there's a story there.
All right.
Go ahead, Pat. Now you go.
Well, I had a water heater, and then I had some water damage, and what happened is my old water heater fell through the floor. And then they replaced it with a new water heater, and they just put a couple wooden planks down, and basically it's just perched there with air rushing around the water heater.
Like the stove on the over the tunnel in The Great Escape.
Yeah,
It's
there
kind
you
of
go.
stuck there on the floor where a tunnel is underneath. Just like you. Now, you fell through your own trailer floor at once, didn't you?
That is correct.
Yeah.
And the water heater fell through also. So the old water heater that fell is in your yard?
No, that got thrown away. I got a new one.
Okay.
The flume isn't quite lined up correctly. That's what helps me get to sleep at night. But gives me a little hard time getting up in the morning, though.
All right, we're going to head into
Same
the
carbon
trailer
monoxide
itself
jokes
now.
you used last
All
time.
right, Than is moving into the trailer. Than, really fast, what's your first impression of the whole thing as you made it to
pulled
the...
in?
Yeah.
Let's see. A lot of inertia. Like, Pat's not going anywhere. Sort of how I felt.
Inertia. He is truly an object at rest.
Inertia.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm looking at Pat's cam. He is now working his way toward the camera on the phone.
Yeah.
You are now inside the Munaki Manor.
The first thing that strikes you is really the smell.
Yep. Okay, that's what we need. A little more info for our senses.
Yeah.
What does it smell like in there?
It's pretty much one gigantic litter box.
Like, well, Pat has how many cats?
He has 4 cats, I believe.
4 cats, so it's going to smell like cat piss and cat shit.
And
in
a
it,
very
though.
sad dog, too.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
sad.
Tootsie Roll, anyone?
Tootsie Roll anyway.
He's gesturing towards the litter box.
Offering Tootsie Rolls out of his litter box.
I see Danny's taking video.
He's got a million of them.
I see that on Pal Talk.
Hey, Pat, this is quite a camera you have hooked up there. Why don't you just take Polaroids and fax them? It'll be fucking faster than the refresh on that hunk of shit you have.
Yeah, I know it's like a year old or so.
All right, so...
From the old Apollo program.
So, Stan, the smell's awful.
Yeah, and it really just, I mean, some highlights include over in the kitchen, which all of his cutlery is just sitting in a pan on the stove.
All of his cutlery, you mean like his fork, knife, and spoon,
Yep.
is in a pan on the stove?
Yes, that's
All
his
right.
cutlery drawer.
Where the cats can go up to them and
Sure.
lick them and shit on them and do whatever they
Step
want.
on them with their shit-covered
With their
padded
shit,
feet.
little soft, padded, shitty feet.
It looks like some of his clothes drawers are just cardboard boxes. Are just sitting there open. His wardrobe consists of a clothes rack in the middle of the kitchen.
Oh, my
We got to fucking chip in, get some money together, and buy Pat some cyanide.
Hey, you guys are going to do the real cribs where you
I would hit the spot.
You guys are going to do the real cribs where you interview him and have him take you on the tour?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Hey, what's the posters there, Nathaniel, behind you?
Yeah, there's a poster I'm looking at behind you.
On that wall?
It's completely inappropriate. I can see it.
Skull or something?
This one right here?
Yeah, those two posters.
We got an O and A one,
Uh-huh.
and then we got Albert Einstein and a
and Alfred E. Newman?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're making the same face.
Right, it's quite the juxtaposition.
Pat, where did you get that poster?
I think I got it down in Wildwood when I did my little salty ball contest.
Wildwood.
Yeah, it had like a wrinkle in it, so they gave it to me for like $5.
Jersey's Disney.
Oh, Danny just pointed out another neat feature about the kitchen. Instead of a cold water knob, it's just a vice grip sitting on.
Oh, that is great.
It doesn't work.
The vice grip to turn the water on and off with. The big locking pliers. That is fantastic. And it doesn't work?
That is correct.
Why is that? Do you have no water?
It froze like last year, and then it just never came back on.
It's
and it can't be the ice because it went through the summer and it still didn't work. So
yeah, I would assume it can't be the ice if it went through the summer.
It's probably high cholesterol.
That must have been cold ice.
What happened is it probably snapped. You probably tried to turn it on when it was frozen and it snapped shut. Why don't you get it? So what do you do for cold water?
The cold water works. The hot water.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you do for hot water?
I use cold water. And for hot water, I use it for a shower, and then I have a sink in my bathroom that has hot water.
Yeah, but don't you have to ever wash a dish?
Well, I use cold water pretty much.
See, in order to wash dishes, you have to use pretty hot water.
Well, like if I get stuck on stuff on my pan, which I eat out of, by the way, I have a 2-quart saucepan. That's my plate.
Oh, so you don't have to put it in a plate. You heat it up, and then you eat right out of the pan with your.
And if there's some stuck-on mess, I put it on the stove with some cold water, and the cold water magically becomes hot. And then I just suds it all up, and it's all wonderful.
All right. Well, I can't really. I had a room for rent once, and I used to cook Lipton soup in the coffee maker.
Yeah.
And drink it right out of that.
Ugh.
Yeah. It's awful.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
It's called poverty.
Now, your shower does have hot water?
Yes, it does.
He's pacing back and forth. Than, anything else in that trailer?
There's some interesting book choices.
Okay.
I'm sure there's some irony here somewhere, like the book How to Make Money in Stock. Investing online. Maximum Sex.
Mad about what?
The book is Maximum Sex.
Maxim, yeah. That was something my friend gave me.
Women's Best Kept Secrets.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the book he should have is How to Avoid Cat Shit When You're Tiptoeing to the Bathroom in the Dark.
Wait, Women's Best Kept Secrets. You got to read a little passage from that.
All right.
If you
Pat,
can.
Would you like Pat to read?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Right.
Ooh, it's from Stuff.
Give us one of the secrets there, Pat.
Then it won't be a secret anymore.
He is great.
We'll pick number 5 here.
All right.
When the time is right, grab her hair. If she's lit enough candles to light up California, and you've been looking sweetly into each other's eyes, and everything's slow, the time is not nigh. What? Huh? But every romantic interlude should end with a bang and a whimper. So when she lets her hair down, take matters into your own hands and pull. That didn't make any sense to me either.
Is there a little secret in there? What do you do when you pull off your sock and she screams, "Where is it?" and runs for the door?
Throw the hatchet. I got it for the pictures.
Huh?
I got it for the pictures.
Yeah.
My friend gave it to me.
All right. Then anything else in there?
Just the copy of the Atkins Essentials.
What?
The Atkins Essentials, as in the Atkins diet.
Blow the dust off it and read something out of it.
And then you'll have to see some of the film, but his bathroom almost defies description.
Almost. So give it a whirl there,
I'll give it a whirl. It's like somebody just started a bathroom and then kind of quit halfway through.
Now, there is a toilet bowl.
There's a toilet. It's on a jaunty angle.
It's running. I better catch it.
Toilet's running. He better catch it. Now, how big is it, would you say, the bathroom?
I don't know. 4 feet by 4 feet.
Yeah, very little square bathroom.
A little more. That's more than 4 feet. That's like 7 feet.
Oh,
yeah,
stop.
Said I'm knocking his crib.
And then,
man.
Does it have a shower, a stand-up shower?
It has a bathtub.
A bathtub? Ooh, luxury.
Yeah. Now, a lot of people would have some sort of tile or some sort of finishing on the wall. It just looks like the outside, or like the inside of the trailer wall is pretty much what he showers in.
Like sheetrock?
Yeah, it's just a really thin, papery substance.
Yeah. And is it mildewy because it's not the right?
Yeah, it's
I believe soap scum is the word.
Does he have a medicine cabinet?
No. It mirrors the look at my lovely body.
He had a pile of socks and underpants on the floor.
Oh, now that would be your laundry.
Yeah.
Now, Pat, what do you do to do your laundry? How do you do your wash?
They have a laundry in the old trailer park.
Turn it around.
You go to the trailer park laundromat?
Yes.
And how often would you say you take your clothes down there?
Probably once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks.
All
I
right.
got enough clothes for
Hey, Stan,
spread it out.
I'll give you a shiny silver dollar if you get on your knees and put your face in that pile.
That's easy.
Okay, I'll take that under consideration.
Any skid marks?
The other kind of neat feature is, that all sinks have cabinets underneath,
Yeah.
His is boarded up, but you can sort of peek through, and you can see right outside.
All right, so it's a vanity, what they call it, a vanity, where you have your sink, and underneath there's a cabinet where you would keep your toilet paper, things like that. His is boarded up, like the sink cabinet has been condemned. It's been boarded up, but you can look through the cracks and see outside.
Yep.
Now, what happened there, Pat?
That's where the water heater fell through. It connects right to my shower and right under my vanity.
Oh my God, we got to get you a real job.
One last detail about the bathroom is that the tub is exposed. Like, there's no panel next to the tub either, so you can just sort of see what's going on down there. It's really nice.
Wait, I'm not getting you.
Like the tub is obviously a little off the ground into the wall, and usually there's some sort of panel so that you can't see the actual bottom of the tub. Have that.
Oh, it's like like you could see the. I kind of understand what he means.
The bowl.
Usually it's built in.
Right.
Like a tub is built into something. You could actually see the belly of the tub because there's nothing around it.
Yeah, usually there's a facade.
No, or usually it's a new tub that's part of the tub.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's what is it? Got like 4 claw feet on it that it's sitting there on?
I have no idea what it's suspended on. The floor just cracked, by the way.
Don't fall through there, guys.
I'm stepping over there.
And Danny also pointed out that instead of caulk around the top of the tub, there's a whole lot of duct tape.
Jesus.
A lot of duct tape taking care of the trailer.
Pat, how long you been in that trailer?
Since like '93, I believe.
Oh my God! You've been in there 13 years.
Yes.
In the same trailer?
Yes.
What did that trailer cost you 13 years ago?
I think my brother bought it to get me out of the nice house I was in. I think he paid like $2,000 for it.
2 G's.
And it's depreciated. Do you know that trailer is worth $8 right now?
But you pay for the slab that it sits on.
Yeah.
So you have a monthly rent, and we figured that was...
all the work I put into it.
Sweat equity. We tried to get a homeowner's loan, and I owe them money. Now, how much do you pay to have the slab?
I believe the base fee is like $560 something, and then I got to pay like $100 between PSC&G and kerosene and propane.
Kerosene,
like
propane.
It's like $700 in there.
$700. Now I'm thinking, for $700, you could probably get something better.
You could rent somewhere.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't like animals. I have my animals. I must keep.
Well, first, A, kill them, or B, find a place.
Eat them.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like to look out their fucking sink and see the yard.
I thought he was actually going to say, but I'm a homeowner.
Yeah, why don't you just find a place that's animal-friendly, Pat?
Well, yeah, that's a possibility.
Basement apartment at Crazy Cat Lady's house or something?
An extra $100, that's $800 a month. You could certainly find a nice one-bedroom apartment around there for that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Definitely.
Van, anything else?
Well, Pat also shared with us that his cat has a rare disease.
Feline leukemia.
Oh, yeah.
That is quite deadly to the cat.
That's
Apparently it's contagious, so we can kiss them all goodbye pretty soon.
And this is where I fell through.
Oh, and he's highlighting the part where he stepped through his floor.
What is now covered with what?
Well, metal plates.
Metal plates.
Yes.
I cannot wait to see.
Feline.
He's got a weight room?
Yeah. Once you bridge the gap to the back, you have a nice room with
it's called a Smith machine.
Yeah. Doesn't look like you've seen a whole lot of action.
Oh, I can't do that.
The weeds growing through it like the bicycle?
Yeah. There's a permanent indentation where the barbell rests.
Hey, now.
That's very good.
Oh, well.
Hey, Pat.
Yeah?
What about your prized possession? What is it?
Yeah, what is the number one thing, your prized possession? If your trailer burst into flames, aside from your beloved creatures...
You mean my fortune?
What would be the thing you would run in there to get and run out with?
Well, we've all had visitors. Someone comes over your house. You want to point out something, like to brag a little bit, like, look what I got. Like, what would you show people?
I guess my Nathan's qualifier trophy.
Oh.
So basically what you're saying is if your thing caught fire, you'd actually find more of your possessions to throw into the trailer.
That's true. I'm a little self-conscious here.
Just a tad.
Thad, anything else?
Just the fact that, we've clearly painted a decent picture here.
Yeah.
And then he has a flat-screen monitor for his computer.
Wow, that had to cost him a couple of bucks.
Yeah, and an XM2Go radio.
Mm-hmm.
And, so his priorities seem pretty straight. We also have a handsome picture of him back in his sporting days.
Oh, when he was a little thin?
Yeah, he was a wrestler.
Oh, put on the cam.
Can you hold it up to the camera? I'd love to see that.
Yeah, let's see that with the...
Yeah, he's moving the camera. Or there it is. All right, let's see.
All right, put it up there. And you got to hold it still so it doesn't digitize so much. Get it on camera.
Yeah, don't move. Don't.
Oh, my goodness. Look at him.
Hold on. Leave it there.
He's a young, little young buck. He's moving it around going,
like Action League now.
Wow.
Very nice.
You were trim.
Yep.
Yeah, I was even a champion.
You were?
Yeah, we're trying to get him to scan these things so we can post them up.
Yeah, you got to scan them.
Now he looks like King Kong Bundy.
How old a pick? How old a pick is that, Butterbean?
I believe it was 1979. I believe.
How old a gentleman are you now, Pat?
I'm 42.
Okay.
There you go. All right,
It
well,
is old high school
Stan and
days.
Danny are going to, do a little cribs thing with you. We're going to throw the videos up on OpieandAnthony.com.
And I'd like to show my family.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. We'll make sure we FedEx it.
It's my sister Dawn and her boyfriend Patrick. The gift that he got for Christmas, because he has no family pictures, so my sister decided as a Christmas gift to give him a picture of her and her boyfriend so it could be his family.
Jesus. That's so sad.
How nice to be in the Cumia family and not see any of that money.
Oh.
Hey,
and no jiggly Italian cock.
Hold on, because
what, you want one?
I guess Nate is looking at Pat on the webcam and has a question for Pat. Nate from Brooklyn.
How you doing, guys?
Hey.
Just wanted to know, does Brad Pitt ever come around to that house to give Pat a chemical burn?
Hey, you.
Why you?
Jealous.
All right. Does Danny have anything to add there, Than?
Does he ever?
Anything to add? Just the overall filth.
Just the overall filth is what is really taking Danny.
All right, they'll capture and they'll do a whole crib segment.
Than?
Yes?
Fantastic job on Cribs.
Oh, thank you.
Any final thoughts, Than?
I really cherish my job with the show.
Oh, kissing a little ass.
Today, because I'm seeing what happens when things go horribly wrong. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
All right, thanks, guys.
No, my sister isn't black.
I feel things are looking up.
I think it's just Pat's cam.
Yeah.
Pat's cam's got to turn the contrast up.
No.
She is Italian, but no, she's not a black woman.
Well, the Moors invaded Sicily.
Back when the Moors, your great-great-great-great-grandmother.
Well, any final thoughts there, Pat?
Yeah, I'm like Ralph Kramden. I'm taking stock of myself, and big things are going to happen.
The marathon was on, and he's taking stock.
All right, Pat.
The applicant is a bum.
All right, Pat.
All right.
Pat, your place looks like the Yucca Flats after the blast.
Well,
I have an atomic kitchen.
I had fun at dinner, but like Eminem says, oops, back to reality.
Yeah, that's what he sent. They sent an email that said, oops, back to reality, and it was a picture of a Boston Market chicken in a plate, a plastic plate with some potatoes.
Your salary couldn't drip out, but your tub could because there's a hole in the bathroom floor.
My memories just shattered.
I fell through the floor. My foot hit Mrs. Manicotti.
Won't even hold. Maggots won't even hold me on the refrigerator.
Don't forget the $50 apartment.
A lot of questions and comments coming in. Marty from the Bronx. Marty?
Oh, this guy needs a trailer makeover, man.
A trailer makeover.
A white trash trailer makeover.
Yep. Pimp my trailer.
Pimp my trailer.
If by pimp you mean take kerosene and a match to it, then pimp it by all means.
That really should be a fucking bonfire starter.
My healthy food?
All right, Pat, we're going to go.
I have a girl in my fridge. Okay.
Oh, yeah, what's in the fridge?
Boneless chicken breast.
Boneless chicken breast from Boston Market?
And the ice cream's behind it.
Wait, you're in the freezer?
Yes.
Hold on.
All right.
I think Dan's back.
What's in the refrigerator portion of your ice box?
Oh, okay.
Dan, you're looking at the refrigerator?
Yeah. For some reason, he has 200 eggs in his refrigerator.
I think that's only 7 dozen.
Oh, sorry.
7 dozen eggs?
So that's 84.
Yeah, for egg. Well, when I'm on my diet, I eat egg whites. Like I make like scrambled eggs with like 1 yolk and like 6 egg whites.
That's good.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then I have chicken breast, and I don't have them now, but I usually have spinach. I mix it with everything.
How much butter is in there?
There's a couple tubs of Smart Balance buttery bread.
Ew.
Smart Balance.
Smart Balance.
It's good to know he's smart about his freaking butter.
Him whipping up an omelet, just looking at cat shit all over the place.
That's real
lovely.
Oh, I thought it was a sausage omelet.
Oops. I can't believe it's not edible.
Hey, Pat.
Yes?
Have you ever done the hard-boiled egg eating contest?
Actually, I was going to qualify for wing ball, but my pipes froze, and I tested it out on myself. They were going to have me do 36 in 5 minutes. I did it.
You ate 36 hard-boiled eggs in 5 minutes?
Yep. 5:30, I believe it was.
Because we're debating, we might do a St. Patty's Day show. It was such a clusterfuck last year, we decided we should do it again this year. But we're looking for some kind of main thing to do there, and we're thinking maybe the old Cool Hand Luke thing.
Yeah.
With green eggs or something, just to make it, St. Patty's festive. What do you think, Am? Should we do that?
Yeah, I think so.
Have them eat the hard-boiled eggs until they puke?
I like it.
I like it, too.
Hey, Pat, I have a question. How old was the trailer when you got it?
Well, it's a 1970 Buddy. So it was...
Wait. So let me do some math. You're living in a 36-year-old trailer?
Yeah.
Do you know those things when they're made are supposed to have the lifespan of a fly?
Yeah, they're not supposed to last that long.
A few years, maybe.
Well, that explains the holes in the floor.
Yeah.
It's a Buddy, B-U-T-T-Y, because it's like shit.
Oh.
Sorry, Pat.
Are you cold at night, Pat?
I think something landed down Stan's back. Yeah, that was pleasant.
Yeah, Pat, what about heat? Like, what type of heat does that trailer have?
Kerosene.
Kerosene. So...
Danny's shining a black light on my bed. I don't know why.
Oh,
we love the black light.
How is that working out?
To be honest, it's already kind of greenish color with dark stains already, and that's before the light's on it.
I asked him the results. He said to think positive. That old guy.
Yeah, the black light will make jizz stains glow like a Peter Max poster.
Wow.
Poor Pat.
Pat.
Yes?
So it's a kerosene heater. Is it one of those that... you would buy at maybe Home Depot and fill
No,
it.
no. It's a normal furnace, but it runs on kerosene.
Kerosene
There's a big tank outside.
And does the heat come out of vents, or is it like baseboard heating?
Yeah, I have vents.
Vents, so it's actually hot air.
Yeah.
That blows through. That can someday, one of the chambers between the kerosene heat and the actual air that circulates will rot away, and you will fucking die.
Next time you see Pat out at one of our events, just hand him money.
Yeah,
just discreetly hand him a pile of money.
How much would a trailer of that size be today?
I think new ones cost like $50,000. Maybe a little less, but $50,000.
That size? How big is it?
It's like 30 by 12.
30 by 12. You could probably get a new one for about $40,000. Yeah.
Can't you, Pat? Why don't you get an apartment? You can get a nice apartment around there for $800 a month.
I'm used to this. This is home sweet home.
I'm used to this.
Why don't you stop being used to it?
And like at night, like 2 o'clock in the morning when I first moved in, they open up the hangars at Teterboro Airport, which is right across the street from me.
Yeah.
And they just fire up those engines at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
So at 2 in the morning, you have jet engines and airplane engines just starting up.
That is correct.
For all the executives that are really rich.
What happened to that? What happened to that plane? Remember that plane that went through the wall last year?
That was on the other side. That was 46, the 46 side.
I think what happened, a guy actually flew over and the pilot looked down and said, "People live there," and he couldn't couldn't regain his own composure.
People on that side get the planes taken off. I get them while they're landing.
All right, we should let you all go.
Oh.
They're saying that we got to get you out of here.
Yeah. People are saying.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see the produced version of Cribs.
That's right.
That was all videotaped. The guys are still there picking things up. I see Danny touching something.
I'm very clean with my jacking.
See if I can get the cam to appreciate what Danny's doing. A little call.
Oh, Danny! I see Danny now shining the fluorescent light on Pat's bed.
My dog swallows.
All right. You can get a doggy style, you can get laying on your side. Those are your only choices. This is my house, and I get the same.
My trailer.
All right, Pat. Well, God bless.
Good luck, bro.
Good luck, bro. I hope things go
Yeah, someone on Pal Talk is suggesting you guys find his porn. It's there somewhere.
Yeah.
Find it.
Look under the bed, under the mattress.
That's right. All right. If anything else pops, you guys give us a call back.
Bless Yoshi. That's
all right, man.
All right, there they go. It's Stan and Danny doing a great job with Pat from Menaki.
Wow.
They'll produce a whole crib segment with Pat. They get it up on the website.
Sad story that is.
You know what we should do? This is the idea. Get a brand new trailer and bring Pat there, and then say, this is not for you.
This is not your trailer.
All right.
Oh, there's got to be a trailer company that has some trailer we can get.
Maybe for a discounted price.
Yeah.
We could all chip in a little something. I'll throw in $50. You guys throw in $20,000 each. I'll throw in $50.
When we get back, we got to end the show with Daddy's Little Girl.
Yes, please.
We'll end the show with Daddy's Little Girl next. Man, these breaks are too short. Doesn't give you much time to do anything. Welcome back to the Opie and Anthony program on XM Satellite Radio. The ONA virus spreading across America.
It's time to tinkle and run back. That's it.
No kidding, man. I felt like I just left the studio.
Jesus Christ, the fucking surprise I get.
What happened?
I go into the bathroom. Well, Jimmy had gone into the bathroom first and shut the door. So that we need a bathroom key, so Poe opens the door for me. And Jimmy had been in there for probably, I don't know, a couple of seconds before I get in there. He knows I'm coming down the hallway. So Poe unlocks the door for me. I swing the door open, walk into the bathroom. Jimmy is probably 5 feet in front of me with his pants down, bent over, spreading his ass cheeks apart. So far, I could see what he had for fucking breakfast. It was so disgusting and hysterically funny.
Did that make you a 6 or a 0?
It turned me into an instant 0.
Go from 6 to 0 in 3 seconds.
It was so disgusting and hysterically funny.
You forgot to mention hairless and clean.
I didn't look that long. I got such a quick, fleeting glance before I turned my head in horror.
Well, we're running out of time, but we want to play this little thing we
yes, let's play that.
Found.
Let's get right into it then.
You want me to just play it, and then we'll explain afterwards? Yeah, let's do it that way.
Yeah, do it that way?
Yeah.
All right.
Just listen to this, and then we'll explain.
Make any sense.
It'll make sense at the end. It always does.
All right.
Spiritual, sexual.
You're the end of the rainbow.
My breasts.
My pot of gold.
My white shiny leg, my vagina.
Your daddy's little girl.
My ass are all godly.
You have and more.
God, in my tits.
A precious gem.
My tits inside, God.
Is what you are.
My tits are godly.
Your mommy's bright.
My tits are God.
And shining star.
Spiritual, sexual.
You're the spirit of Christmas.
Immediately notice my tits.
My star on the tree.
T.I.C.
You're the Easter bunny.
Papa, don't preach.
To mommy and me.
I'm in trouble deep.
Your sugar, your spice.
Papa, don't preach.
You're everything.
I've been losing sleep.
And your daddy.
God, in my tits. My tits inside, God. My tits are godly. My tits are God.
All right.
Wonderful. That's wonderful. Look at people. This bit sucks. We just played it. We haven't even said what it is yet, you douchebag. Sucks, huh?
All right, then we're not going to explain.
Then we won't explain.
Now we don't explain.
One guy.
Now we don't explain.
One guy. Now we don't explain.
Now we don't explain.
We don't explain.
Now it truly does suck.
Here it is. You're right. It sucks.
All right.
So let's leave it
if
at
it sucks,
suck.
then you know what? We should just cut our losses and stop the bit.
Leave it at suck.
No
Leave it at suck. That's right. Leave it at suck.
There you go.
All right, it sucks. That's what we do now.
That's it. Sorry. Sorry it sucked. Who said it sucked?
If you only knew whose little girl that was, it wouldn't suck as much.
Maybe it wouldn't suck as much, but it sucked.
But happy guessing. Happy guessing.
Ban him.
Ban him.
Happy guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Happy guessing.
Guess, guess, guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's Daddy's little girl.
Guess whose little girl that was?
Filthy mouth.
My tits are God?
Vagina.
I didn't hear vagina.
Ass.
Vagina,
yes.
ass. Papa
Tits.
don't preach. Tits, 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 T-I-T. Tits, godly, godly tits.
Well, someone said it sucked, so
well.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? I know what I'm going to do. Bodog.net.
Attaboy, Ope.
Thank you, Jimmy.
It's video of that, by the way, too. Video of that performance.
There is.
Yep.
Too bad we can't tell the people where to find the video.
Where to find it, what it is.
It sucks.
It sucks.
Half naked in it. Yeah, why not?
It was going to be a 10-minute bit. You cut us off after 2 minutes.
Because it sucked.
Because it sucked.
You judged, you deemed it suck-worthy before it was even done.
Yep. Before we brought it all together.
Bodog.net, place where you're going to go to learn the game of poker. You want to learn how to play poker? You want to win money and not lose money?
Yes.
When you play with your friends? Go to Bodog.net. They're going to teach you the lessons of poker. How to bluff, how to bet. You might go, how to bet? You throw your money in. No. There's a strategy to all this. Tips on hand selection. Learn it all at Bodog.net. It's free. It's fast. You're going to get all the tools you need to make you a stronger, better poker player. At Bodog, BODOG.net. We go there and play and brush up on our poker skills. You should, too. Bodog.net.
I would be good in these commercials because I'm really good as an actor like you would start right now and go, but Anthony, could they even teach me to play poker?
And then I would go, why, yes they
Jimmy.
can, Jimmy.
Because I make all kinds of nutty bets.
Nutty bets? Why?
I don't know how to bet, Anthony. Could they even teach a novice like me?
Bodog will be there to help you.
But, Anthony, I lose money with my friends every time I play.
Then you need Bodog.net.
But can they even teach a novice like me?
Even a novice like you and seasoned professionals can all learn something from Bodog.net.
But, Anthony, can Bodog.net teach me to play like a professional?
Hey, fucking idiot, I've told you 3 times already. How many more times do you want me to tell you? Bodog can help even a retarded ass as yourself.
But, Anthony, my child has Down syndrome and knocked my cards off the table. Can Bodog.net teach me to cover the bruises I put on his stupid eyes? Jeez.
Spiritual, sexual.
You're the end of the rainbow.
More suckage.
My breasts.
My pot of gold.
My white shining leg, my vagina.
Your daddy's little girl.
My ass are all godly.
You have and hold.
God in my tits.
A precious gem.
My tits inside God.
Is what you are.
My tits are godly.
Your mommy's bright.
My tits are God.
And shining star.
Spiritual, sexual.
You're the spirit of Christmas.
Immediately notice my tits.
My star on the tree.
T-I-T.
You're the Easter bunny.
Papa, don't preach.
To mommy and me.
I'm in trouble deep.
Your sugar, your spice.
Papa, don't preach.
Your everything.
I've been losing sleep.
And your daddy.
God in my tits inside God.
Well, they're loving it in Pal Talk. They think this is Radio Gold. So
Yes.
Best bit ever, they're saying.
Good for them. But the important thing really, though, Anthony, where can I go learn to play poker like a professional?
Well, if you want to learn everything you need to know about poker, go to Bodog.net.
Holy shit.
Wow. Let's go to Joey in Illinois. Joey!
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Hey, Joey.
Can we play Guess What I Learned Today?
Yeah, don't worry in the middle of something else, but I can't remember what it was. Yeah, go ahead.
What'd you learn?
What did you learn on the show today?
Real quick, the boys are taking control of the show again, but don't fuck with the boys.
All right, very good, Joey. I don't know what that means, but Alan, what's up?
Hey, Ben. You guys got to play the rest of this bit here. You can't just stop the bit because one cocksucker says something bad about it.
No, you're right. We'll have plenty of time in a couple minutes to take care of it. Who's next?
All right, yeah, we'll end the show with who that girl is. Someone that is seeking attention. Love me, Daddy. Love me, Daddy. Pay attention to me, Daddy. Love me, Daddy. Love me, Daddy. Pay attention to me, Daddy. I'm talented too, Daddy. Love me, Daddy. Love me, Daddy. Pay attention to me too, Daddy. Stop preaching, Daddy, and pay attention to me, Daddy. 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 Daddy.
What
do you want me to do?
Nothing.
Oh.
Just had a sound effect to somebody in the audience.
Oh.
Wow. You saw the performance of that show. He was a little shaken up. And those big titties come out.
Where's the video of that?
I don't know. Steve had it. He gets everything.
I think I know where it is. Is it on Bodog.net, Anthony?
You want to learn how to play poker?
I'd like to know how to play like a professional. My friends are always laughing at me.
10 seconds left in the show, Anthony. I guess we have a cliffhanger for the dummies.
Oh.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Well, it's
Yogi and Anthony. Program complete.